Smith.
Yeah, what's up? You good, you good, go ahead.
Should be dead. Where's the other one? Can you do it now?
Yeah, one's dead, the other one's on the other side.
Okay, they're both down.
And they get re-healed for some reason.
Get healed?
Themselves. We got 2 AI that's named after your name, following me.
Sorry, Margiana. The hell's what? The guy that's down? Oh, that's you, apparently. Me. Moving up.
Yeah, those are following me around for some reason.
Hey,
Yeah, they're following. Yeah, they're following me around with your name.
Oh.
So I just toggled him unconscious for now.
Alright, well, he's dead. Back there. Back where Gillen was standing.
Okay.
About 20 meters behind you.
Alright.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
quickly make that alternate 2, and you can step up as team leader.
Sergeant McAllen, how do I switch over to Alpha 2 if, in that case, or how do I speak on Alpha 2?
If you have to get onto alternate 2, you're going to hit the Tango key. Yep.
Copy that, Sergeant. Thank you.
I just looked at my inventory. I thought I had a vector. I do not.
Alright, yep, go get one of those.
Sorry about that.
Nope, no apologies. That's why you fucking line it up in a fire team file. Going over pre-combat checks right now. Making sure you got everything.
Hey, Sergeant Margiotta, how do we point again?
Left shift, left shift. I can't even fucking talk right now. Left shift and tilde. That little
Roger
squiggly
that.
line.
Thanks.
Left 1. Yep. All right. Just waiting for him to. Back.
Hey, Sergeant, I go in the inventory and it does not pull up any victors, only binoculars.
All right. So something is screwy here. Take 1 for the time
What?
being.
You look in that middle box on the table?
There.
Yeah.
Oop.
Copy.
All right. Since you're both back, and we'll go over this. All right. So any kind of FTX, which is a field training exercise, a squad training, platoon training, you're going to line up in this formation. You're going to go over, you're going to do radio checks where they need to be done. You're going to go over equipment checks with everybody in your fire team. Now, you don't have to go and look in their backpacks and whatnot. Just kind of go through the list real quick, blurting out what needs to be had, and that should hopefully ring somebody's bell while they're inside their inventory and they don't see something you might have specified. So that's about it. You're going to do comms checks with your whole fire team. Since you only have one other person in there with you, it should be pretty easy. And you should also do a comms check with your squad leader, which would be me at this time. So all of this happens pretty fast. You load in, get kitted out, get in formation, set your radio, do comms checks, check your inventory, make sure you have everything. Since it's an FTX, a training, it should be conditioned 4, mag out, and make sure you're good to rock and roll. So, any questions?
One for me, Sergeant.
Yep.
Do I do the radio check between me and you first, and then my squad?
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. As long as it gets done in a timely manner, it's... So.
Copy.
Yep. Any other questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
All right.
Hey, Sergeant.
Leave it to you. Get done what I just noted, and we'll move on.
Copy.
Sergeant Mariana, this is Private Dunn. Frequency check.
Nope, you are going to identify yourself as Alpha.
Alpha. Copy.
Yep.
Sergeant Mariana, this is Alpha. Radio check on frequency 100. Out.
The O. And not the big O.
Over.
Yes, that one. Let's try it again.
Sergeant Miata, this is Alpha. Radio check on frequency 100. Over.
Oh, that's too funny.
Alpha, Sergeant Margiotta, have you Lima Charlie on frequency 100. Over.
Sergeant Miata, this is Alpha. Check.
Oh,
So that last part will be you, this is me. Roger, out.
Here we go.
Roger out. Okay, copy that.
Alright, let's do it from the top one more time. Let's get it right. We'll move on.
Sergeant Miata, this is Alpha. Frequency check on 100. Over.
Alpha, this is Sergeant Margiotta, have you Lima Charlie on frequency 100. Over.
Sergeant Mariana, this is Alpha. Roger, out.
Alright. Now, do what you need to do with your team and let me know when you're ready. When you're let me know that Alpha's ready to go.
copy that.
Private McAllen, this is Alpha. Frequency check on 100. Oh,
I got the wrong frequency. I'm sorry.
Well, you caught it.
Private McAllen, this is Alpha. Radio check on frequency 100.1. Over.
No, I didn't hear that as far as a radio transmission, only a proximity transmission.
Are you on channel 100.2 or 100.1?
Let's try it again.
Private McAllen, this is Alpha. Radio check on 100.1. Over.
Private Dunn, this is Private McAllen. I have you Lima Charlie on frequency 100.1. Over.
McAllen, this is Alpha. Roger that. Out.
Alright, so it was good up to the point when Private McAllen called back Gallon. It's going to be Alpha for the rest of the day. You're not
Hey,
gonna call him,
Bit Gamer.
Private Dunn for the rest of the day because he is your Alpha team lead.
So copy that, Sergeant.
Glad you're here.
So let's do that radio check one more time.
Copy that. Private McAllen, this is Alpha on radio check on frequency 100.1. Over.
Alpha, this is Private McAllen. I have you Lima Charlie on frequency 100.1. Over.
Private McAllen, this is Alpha. Roger that. Out.
Excellent. Now, while going through your stuff, Alpha, just kind of blurt out stuff that you have that they should have, and that's about it. Once you get through everything, ask him if he's good to go. When everybody in the team's good to go, you report to me saying that Alpha is all good. Alpha's green. Alpha's ready to go.
Copy
we'll
that.
proceed.
Question. And do I need to put this in chat when I have a question or comment? Sorry.
Normally, yes. Any other circumstances, but since this is a small class, just say you have a question, unless I'm talking, and then you can put a C or Q.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Question. When I'm asking about what his loadout, what he has to have, is it just, what the gear is supposed to be? I mean,
No, not the specific number, just in general. Make sure he has just put out frags, stuns, smoke grenades,
earplugs, stuff like that.
Yeah, earplugs,
Bandages. Copy.
Exactly. Yeah. Just the necessities, but generalized, nothing specific.
Copy. Private McAllen, you have earplugs.
You don't have to wait for an answer. You just kind of run out through the list.
bandages,
Just blurt that shit out.
Yep.
bandages, ammo, eye protection, helmet protection, frags, smoke grenades.
A firm Alpha.
Victors, compass, obviously the radio, map, watch,
A firm Alpha.
Alpha's all green.
Excellent. All right, so that is
No.
a pre-combat formation and
Not
check.
entirely Zeus. I'm just trying to build up
Everything
the
you just did
formations right now
there
because we're
should
able to
be
go through that on
done
day 1.
in maybe a minute, 2 minutes tops. So yeah, it's gonna get something that's gonna be much easier to do as you do it. You're gonna be grabbing your kit, getting up in formations, doing just what you did. So it'll get faster as you do it.
Question, Sergeant.
Did it?
When basically when we do a mission or whatnot and we need certain gear, who tells us what we need at that point in time?
Nobody.
Nobody. Just
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Like the most you'll get if you happen to be a team lead and you need more demo for, say, a convoy. Help me out here, gentlemen. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like an ambush? Something
Yes,
like that?
a convoy ambush, where you might have to send, put some demo blocks on the road and kind of start the show from there. That's about the most you're going to get for, extra equipment.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Send it, McCoy.
Can you start? Yeah, so, I mean, it's usually depending on the mission. Your fire team leader will tell you, okay, drop a couple smokes, pick up a stun grenade if you're going to be doing on a CTB or whatnot, so your loadout may vary depending on what your fire team leader tells you, but that's pretty much it, other than what the sergeant said before.
Roger that.
Yep. So it's up to you to make sure you have your NVGs if need be. You can always tell that by hitting your hotel key and bringing up your micro dagger. Right in the middle top, it tells you in-game time. So if it's close to like $1,400-$1,500, I would bring it. I'll bring it anyways, but at that time, a couple hours goes by, and that mission will start with a lot of sunlight, and it could end with a lot of low light. So just always got to be wary, and the whole thing is situational awareness. Doesn't just mean when you're out in the field, before and after and during. All right, so we went over pre-combat formations and checks. We also going to go over movement formations, routes, halts, and danger areas. And we're also going to go over movement techniques, which would be maneuver. So we got movement and maneuver. They're two totally different things. We'll have a live fire bounding overwatch course towards the end. And if we have enough time, breaching and clearing. So right now we're going to go over formations that we use in movement. Is Sergeant Smith, do you have something ready for us?
Sure do.
Excellent.
Just take the pole to the movement course, and then you'll see another teleporter.
All right, so we're taking a white one here. Okay.
No, I just teleport
Alright.
all of us. How about that? That'd be easier.
Yeah, that's fun. Hang on to your fucking balls, gentlemen. Whoa, who the fuck's that?
Says you.
Okay.
Oh, forgot about them.
Yeah, get rid of them, please.
It's just the AI.
There's no way I can.
Alright, we're going up this tower.
Yep.
Alright,
I'll move him. Don't worry.
alright, Alpha, follow me up this tower.
Siri, where do you hide a body?
Is that bush over there?
Can you
As
guys hear him or no?
Sorry about that, Sergeant. Just a question. When you said we're going up to the tower, you're talking about relay that message to Private McAllen, like that. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I see you moving and talking, but I don't hear you.
Yeah, Sergeant Margetta, we can hear you right now.
I can hear you, Sergeant Marsh.
Oh, I didn't. I couldn't hear him.
I got you, Sergeant Margetta.
Okay, probably done. Can you hear him?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Yeah, Sergeant Margetta, we can't hear you.
I can hear you, Sergeant J.E. Smith.
User disconnected from your channel.
Give him one more chance, see if you're able to get back and you hear him, or if not, then I'll just continue with that part.
Okay. Sorry about that. Usually, if I can't hear somebody, I have to
User
restart
joined
my
your channel.
T-FAR. Is that true? Or
I can't hear him either.
I got you, Sergeant Margetta. I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you too. So.
Can you hear him? Private, Private done?
Negative. I can hear you, but not him. You want me to restart my T-FAR?
I don't know what the.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Sergeant Margetta.
restart your comms. It's not TFAR, just say restart your comms. Go ahead, do that.
God, Sergeant, my immersion.
So you're gonna have to close your radio and then load your radio back up, if you get what I mean.
Okay. Shot now. Can y'all hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Don. You still can't hear Sergeant Margetta?
I don't think he's talking right yet.
He was a
is he?
second. Now he is.
Negative.
You see the thing moving above his head?
Yeah. I saw it then, but I don't hear him.
Weird.
Alright, I'll just continue, David, on my Sergeant
You
Margetta.
might want to restart your whole TeamSpeak and not just
TeamSpeak. Copy.
T-FAR.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, who else is not hearing Sergeant Margiotta sing?
Likewise.
Carol.
I think it's just
Okay.
done.
It sounds like Smith can't hear me there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see if he's good when he gets back.
User joined your channel.
Is your radio enabled as well?
Yes, Sergeant.
Can you hear Sergeant Margiotta?
Negative.
Okay.
Weird. Sergeant, you might have to rejoin this. Have to relog because
Alright, I guess I'll just continue then.
Sergeant Smith. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I guess
Relay. Deal with this. Over.
All right, everyone can hear me, correct?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Let's see, is it a game thing? Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Sergeant.
Alright, so it's a game thing. Alright, I'm gonna shut up until I get back.
Everyone sees a box to your southeast. Little brown box.
Sergeant.
All right, you see the 4 men in a diamond formation. Well, in the formation where that box is at. It's between them. Let me know when you see it.
A-firm, Sergeant.
All right. This formation is a diamond formation. And whenever the infantrymen in this formation are halted, as you can see, they're able to put up security from both sides. And likewise, when they're moving, if they hold their sectors and put your head to the swivel, they can watch every sector when need be. In addition to that, this formation, diamond formation, is meant for movement, for swift, well, I should say swift movement, allowing the whole element to actually be able to provide security on both sides. In addition to that, whenever they're transporting an HVT, which means a high value target, or anyone in any importance, or a prisoner, I should say, they will put them in the center of this formation where that box is at. This allows them to have 360 security around that individual that's in between that formation. So this is a formation for combat, and it can be used to protect a high value target or a prisoner of war when need be. This is a common formation you'll be seeing whenever a unit is at halt. They'll almost sometimes will do a diamond formation to create a 360 security whenever they're at halt to be able to provide all around protection. It is strong. This formation is the strongest from each side. The only thing that's bad about it is that only 3 guys can react to contact from one side if need be. Not the whole team cannot react to it. Any questions to diamond formation?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay, you see where the box is at now?
A-firm, Sergeant.
All right, this is a wedge formation. Thought they were facing the right way, but still, wedge formation will be looking like this, almost like an L shape but slanted. A wedge formation is basically you're gonna have an AR and a rifleman on one side, and you have a grenadier by himself on the opposite side. That symbolizes a heavy left or a heavy right. So the heavy side. I'm about to explain that real quick. So the heavy side, the side with the AR and the rifleman. So what can you say what these infantrymen are in right now?
Heavy left.
A-firm. All right. Any questions with the heavy side before I continue with the wedge?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. The wedge is the strongest from the front and from its side that's heavy. Usually the leaders within this formation would have a strong side where they're expected to have contacts at. So if it took contacts from the left-hand side, then that leader would tell his team to basically create a heavy left wedge, basically providing extra fire support on that one side. In addition to that, they're able to provide maximum firepower to the front as well. However, it's very weak from its rear and the side that is weak on as well, which makes the whole infantry element vulnerable from those sides. So however, they are able to react to contacts that may approach it from their rear or their right-hand flank. However, it's going to take a bit longer, making them weak for that quick second. Any questions with the wedge formation?
Negatives,
Negative,
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright, well, bit naked, but I'm here.
Unibot.
Hey, Sergeant Smith, this is Gunn. I need rear left 2 minutes.
Say again?
2 minutes, we're back. Sorry, we're live, kids.
Yeah, if you can make the tower something, I appreciate it.
Alright, done.
Question, Sergeant Smith, when you get a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said the fire team leader determines the wedge, strong side, which strong side to use, and all that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, copy that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a
No.
clarification. Okay. So just to clarify, correct? Okay.
Who gives that order to
the fire
say
team leader.
strong Fire team.
Mhm.
Fire team.
But
Copy.
if you're a fire team member, sometimes it's always good for you to make suggestions for your fire team leader. Sometimes his head may be running a lot, listening to his squad leader, and then trying to give up contact reports. So, you as a fire team member is not, you don't have to shut up and listen to your fire team leader the whole time. You're obligated to give out suggestions if you need to. If you get what I mean.
Roger that.
And so if you're stopped for a short halt at some point, and you're in a heavy left wedge, when you start moving again, you should automatically go back into that heavy left. You shouldn't have to wait for him to, or her, give you that order.
Yep. The only time you change that formation is when he tells you so. All right. You see where the box is at right now?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Okay, this is a fire team file. As you can see, these guys are basically back to back. A file, when you just a formation just on a pre-combat formation, that file would be basically their nut to butt. They're very close to each other, leaving no space for anybody to walk between them. But whenever they're walking in a combat pace, basically they have some space in between them. And give you guys a quick discussion around with all these formations. These guys are actually in the bigger spacing than they are. They're not this close together actually. They're a little bit spaced apart, but for you guys to be able to see all of them all together without you having to move a lot, they're condensed like this for a reason. Alright, so moving on. The file basically would be, like I said, they'd be back to back, one person behind the other, which makes it detriment for their flanks, which is their left, right, and their rear, making them very vulnerable. However, they can react quickly from the left or right flank. If they gain contacts, all they have to do is shift all their firepower to that other side. This is basically a common formation that you'll see people go into whenever the whole element is actually moving. When people are moving, they quickly go into a file formation if a formation wasn't called. However, this is what I usually would call a non-combat formation, as it is very weak from both lengths, and you could easily injure a whole element in this formation. So this is what you will call a non-combat formation. Any questions with this?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Margiata, you're able to go through these, correct?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
Okay. After this, you want to continue? After I go over the line?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it over whenever you want me to.
Alright, so where you see the box at, correct? Right now. Should see next to the line formation.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Alright. This is a line formation. Basically, everyone's be shoulder to shoulder, but like I said, once again, they're spaced out. This allows maximum firepower to the front or wherever they're facing towards. So the element is able to actually provide it most firepower to the front, making this I would say, a forward fighting formation, allowing them to attack the location. So say if there are contacts behind this rock wall, which is where you're seeing them right now, this element will actually be in a line to push this rock wall and clear it out effectively. So every single member in this whole fire team is able to attack that rock wall at the same time. Now this makes these guys very weak from their left and right flank, because only one guy can react to each contact unless they try to move around while engaging those contacts. In addition to that, if they take contacts from the rear, the enemies are able to actually engage them before they can react. However, they can bring their firepower to the rear. Any questions with the line?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, let me remove these guys. I'm not going to remove them, but I'm going to move them real quick so you guys can see the guys in the rear. Alright, do you see about 10 guys right in front of you where the box is at?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Okay, this is a squad wedge. Now you can see something a little bit unique. You see the element in the front, which is what you will call the point team. You notice out there in the wedge heavy left. Now what do you see in the element in the rear? They're in the wedge heavy right. What?
Heavy right.
Yes. Now the reason for that is because now the whole squad is strong on both sides, So wherever the team in front of you is in, you'll just be in the opposite heavy, if you get what I mean. So if the whole element, or the whole squad, I should say, is in a squad wedge, whatever the last team or the front team is in, well, they'll be the opposite of the guy in front of them or behind them, if you get what I mean. So the point team is in the heavy left, so that rear team would be in the heavy right, allowing the AR to be on both sides to engage contacts whenever need be. In addition to that, as you can see, this whole squad is in a squad wedge, what I said before. So this allows them to be able to push from both sides whenever it happens. So if a contact comes in from their front, this point team could easily get themselves into a skirmish line, which you see right now, to engage those contacts. And since this team is already in a wedge, they're able to actually flank around, stick to the same formation, and then engage the contacts from a different flank. Now, as you can see, the squad leader and the squad medic would be in the center, being protected by both his fire teams. The squad is not really vulnerable from their both flanks and right or left flank. As I said before, both teams can react to that, which means these two guys, the fire team leader and the grenadier on this side, can engage contacts from the right, and then the fire team leader, AR, and the rifleman can engage them at the same time as well. Any questions with the squad wedge?
Negative, Sergeant.
I got
Yes.
one question.
Mm-hmm.
You probably already said this several times. In these particular formations, are these mostly in towns or an open field, or depending on the scenario?
Good question. Yes. All right. So it's something I forgot to point out. So yes, the squad wedge you mainly will see in open areas, not through town movements. No, not through any urban terrain. They're through basic formation would be for open terrain or wooden terrain, such as tree lines, stuff like that. They'll be in this formation because the teams actually be able to space out and engage any contacts. And the formation I'm about to show you right now, which is the squad column, it's excuse me, it's very prudent for a open terrain. Well, I should say strongest for an open terrain, which is the squad column that was I'm about to show you. You had an additional question?
Yeah, it answered my question. I was and in these formations, and again, this is probably something you've already went over, but in these formations, are these at a steady walk pace, or are these just depending on the scenario? I guess. I mean,
it's depending on MET-TC based off of the terrain, whatever terrain may be. So the spacing and the speed of the infantrymen is all dependent on what the factors are given to them.
Copy that.
So if they need to slow down for the rest of the element or the platoon to catch up to them, they'll go walking. If they're falling behind the rest of the platoon or the rest of the element, they'll start running. So it's all depending on the terrain and the mission that's given to them, and based off their higher echelon command. Did that answer your question?
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay. Now in front of you, you see a squad column. Front team. When it doesn't matter which team would be in it, but there's always going to be a wedge and then a diamond at the rear or in the front. But usually, most squad leaders will always make the diamond at the rear. And the reason for that is that whenever the infantrymen or wherever the point team gets engaged by contacts, they're in a wedge. So this allows so if they get engaged from the front, this allows this whole team to be able to actually engage contacts at the same time while trying to create that skirmish line. And then with the team in the rear being in the diamond, that guy at the rear of the diamond, he's able to actually shift to either the left-hand side or right-hand side, depending on where that team is going to flank. Either they're going to flank from the left-hand side of the contacts, right-hand side of the contacts, then that guy will go heavy left or heavy right. That's why the guy in the rear will always be in a diamond. The team in the rear will always be in diamond, because they're able to easily switch to a wedge, heavy left or heavy right. Now, the reason why I said that this formation is very strong in open terrain is because, as you can see at the rear, with them being a diamond, they're able to enclose their rear, having actually a guy being able to react to contacts easily and quickly. So if they were condensed a little bit more, They form almost a squad column, if you could imagine it just a tad bit. Now, this formation, they're very weak on their sides from their left and right flank. However, they're very strong from their rear and from their front. But their most strongest point is from their front of the flank, or should I say, the front of the squad. And I'm gonna go over something real quick, which is traveling Overwatch, and then regular traveling. Right here, this is traveling Overwatch. If let me space them out a little. In traveling Overwatch, the squad leader and the squad medic would be with the base team, which is the team that's in the rear, or the traveling team, I should say. And then you have your point team, will be about 50 to 100 meters in front of the actual whole squad. Reason for that is that when the point team gets engaged by any contacts from the front, this allows the team in the rear to be able to react to that contact and maneuver to the contact either from the left-hand side or from the right. Now you're probably wondering why it's in that case. With the whole element moving, it takes these guys a while to get in a skirmish line and then try to figure out where the contact's coming from to give them a contact report. So once they get a contact report, if they say contact front, these guys in the diamond in the rear, who are about 50 or 100 meters away from the front team, they're able to get enough time to actually continue moving and they get that contact report and be able to judge which way they should go. Now it's up to fire team leader's discretion where to go if the squad leader hasn't told them where to go. So if you hear a contact report from your fire team leader, you should immediately say, "Actual, this is Bravo. We're maneuvering from the eastern side of the flank of the contacts." Or whatever like that, or whatever in that case. Now you already seen what a traveling Overwatch is, and this is basically this is a regular traveling, where the whole element is basically condensed together, allowing the squad leader not to lose any of his teams and be able to move quicker. So this is traveling right here, and then traveling Overwatch is where the element in the rear is about spaced maybe 50 or 100 meters behind the whole element, or the squad leader and the squad medic. Any questions with traveling Overwatch and traveling?
One question, Sergeant.
Go ahead, Mick.
Go ahead.
Okay. Does the team in the diamond, let it be Bravo for this example, do they make their own decision to flank, or do they wait for the squad leader to make that call?
Like I said, it's on their discretion. They can make the decision where to flank.
Copy.
Sometimes the squad leader will think it through his head. When he hears a contact report, he's going to immediately bring it up to his platoon leader and mark it on the android, so it's under discretion to maneuver. Sometimes some squad leaders will immediately tell you where to flank around from. Specialist McCoy?
I think it's Sergeant. Yeah, usually in practice what'll happen is as the contact report gets sent up, the squad actual will send that up to platoon, and the two team leaders will be working together over their squad net to decide what the best course of action is from there.
Thanks, Specialist McCoy.
Thanks, sir.
Alright, so space between teams in a squad column will depend on likelihood of enemy contact and terrain. And there are 3 forms of traveling for a squad column. And like I said, the traveling, which is what I showed you, 10 meter spacing. So from the base team and the point team, there's 10 meter spacing between each other. And then traveling Overwatch, like I said, 50 to 100 meter spacing between each other. And remember this, squads can never be more than 100 meters apart. So never have a fire team 100 meters apart from the other fire team, wherever your squad leader. Then lastly, you have bounding Overwatch, which where the teams will bound. Use successful alternating bounding, which you will learn later on today. So however, this can be used in a squad wedge as well. All right, any questions with the squad column?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative,
Actually,
Sergeant.
one question. All these formations that were going on, I think I seen it on the forums. Y'all have this kind of printed out, correct?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to draw these fucking lines and I can't keep up.
It's normal army formation, so.
Yeah, you could search this up, where the fire team line is, file.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I seen it on the forums. I just was going to print them out because I'm trying to draw them and take notes as I go. That's all.
That was it, Sergeant.
Alright, y'all should see a couple infantrymen on the road just up ahead. Can you see them?
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
Alright.
Yeah, they're staggered.
Alright, I'm gonna know how I'm gonna do this here. I don't have any arrows, so we can't point it out. Can y'all see them good, or do we need to move up a little more?
I
can see him fine,
I
Sergeant.
see him.
Alright. Alright, so let me point out real quick the fire team wedge. Fire team stagger column. Move these guys back a little bit real quick. So you see the guys a little bit further right, correct?
Yes, Sergeant.
Alright, so these men are in a fire team stagger column. And the stagger column would basically be if it's just a single element. If they're moving just single elements, just a fire team, what they'll be is in opposite sides of the road with each other. So as you can see, they got the point guy, which is in the front, and then the buddy team on the other side. So as you heard before earlier today, there's buddy teams. So a buddy team will be on one side of the road, and then the other buddy team will be on the opposite side of the road. So the guys on the side of the road closer to you guys, this is the fire team leader. So fire team leader in the AR would be on that side of the road. And then the opposite side of the road, which is the side further away from you guys, that would be grenadier and the rifleman. As you can see, a stagger column is almost like a zigzag formation. But however, they're on each side of the road between each other. That way, if they can get engaged by contacts from either the left-hand side of the road or right-hand side of the road from danger areas such as the hill to our left or straight in front of us, as you can see, or from small hills to our right, which is behind us. This allows the element on the other side of the road to be able to push up online with them or not be able to actually fire in front or fire behind the actual element. That's why they're in zigzag formation and they're not directly side by side. Now, if the element was moving, if it was a squad in a stagger column without a vehicle in there, then a whole fire team would be on one side and the other fire team would be on the other side. Now, the reason why a fire team or squad, reason why they're not actually traveling on the road but on the outside of the road, is because to allow efficient movement of vehicles to go across. In addition to that, if a vehicle was moving, enemy vehicles moving alongside the road, this makes the vehicle actually hard. It makes it hard for them to make decision which person they should run over. So if a vehicle actually runs over an element, they'll only take out half of the fire team or half of the squad. They're not taking out the whole squad. That's why we don't travel on the road. We're traveling on the opposite sides of the road and everyone's spaced apart. So then a vehicle can't run over everybody and disabling the whole element. Alright, any questions with the fire team stagger column before we continue? And squad stagger column without a vehicle escort.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Question, Sergeant.
Go ahead.
What is the distance between each person?
METC, depending on the factors, whether or not they're moving with a squad, platoon or just with the squad. It all depends on the mission type. It really does. But spacing would mainly be 10 meter space between each other. You don't want to be too clumped up, and you don't want to be too far apart. What you see right now, this is a good spacing right now, what they're in. That's the kind of ideal spacing you want everyone to be in. Alright, so this is staggered column with a vehicle escort. What you will see is that the point fire team can be Alpha or Bravo in the front. You see what I just used before as example, these 4 guys in the front. And then behind them will be your squad leader and your squad medic. And then followed by the vehicle, which will be in charge by that one fire team. So a fire team will be assigned the vehicle, and they're the ones in charge of it. So what happens is that you have your driver and your gunner in that vehicle, which is part of that fire team. And then dismounted at the rear will be the fire team leader in the AR. So once again, that point fire team in the front, that's your basically point fire team. The whole fire team who's dismounted out of the vehicle. Then you got your squad medic and your squad leader. And then you have the vehicle, which is manned by the driver and the gunner. And then you have that dismount team, which is in charge of that Vic. You guys get what I'm saying?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Yep, so there's always going to be a team within the squad in charge of the vehicle, which is why if you're in charge of the vehicle, you're dismounted and you're in charge of security of the rear of the vehicle, and then the front fire team is in charge of the security to the front of the vehicle. Now, a vehicle cannot move without the support of the with spot support of infantry, but you'll learn that further in day 3. Alright, any questions with squad stagger column with escort of the vehicle? Oh, I'm sorry, vehicle escort.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, that's done. Go ahead and move downstairs again and continue with literature. Private McAllen.
Yep, sorry, I was writing. Taking notes.
All right, before we move on, there's one thing, or a couple things I missed with the pre-combat. If y'all want to take a second to get back to those notes.
Ready.
All right, so along with doing your comms check, doing equipment check, you want to make sure buddy teams are set. Buddy teams usually are the fire team leader and the AR, and the grenadier and a rifleman. Copy that, Sergeant. So that's how the buddy teams usually go. Day 3, you'll understand a little bit more why the buddy teams are broken up like that. Obviously it is MET-TC, but normally people don't deviate from that.
Sergeant, what does that mean, MET-TC?
MET-TC means improvise, adapt, and overcome on the short end of it.
And MET-TC means mission. Excuse me.
Enemy. So if you want to write it down now. So mission, enemy, terrain and weather, troops, and then the dash is in there right after that T. Then time and civil considerations.
I'll be that, Sergeant.
Yep. So, like I said, the buddy teams are usually the fire team leader and AR, and then the grenadier and the rifleman. Now, once buddy teams are figured out, you need a 2IC of said fire team. Now, since the auto rifleman is the buddy team member of the team leader, it doesn't make sense to make him the 2IC of the fire team. So that normally goes to the grenadier or rifleman. Because if the fire team leader goes down, chances are the AR is not far behind him, possibly going down, and or trying to get his buddy back to cover so he can start working on him, bandage him up, get him ready for the mic to take over. So those two things I kind of missed earlier.
How's that, Sergeant?
Yo.
Cleared on that? Y'all ready for next part?
Ready, Sergeant.
Excellent. All right. Yep, we're good to go, Sergeant Smith.
I forgot. We just keep on following him over here. Just keep following us. We say.
I'll keep hiding him in the bush, Sergeant.
Can't delete him?
Nope. It's just basically counted as you. That's why I can't delete him.
Oh, Stripman took him away from me.
Alright, let's continue.
It's gonna be me getting dragged around everywhere.
Alright, so we are going, so we just went over formations, and those formations are used for movement. Now you heard me say movement and maneuvering. Movement is when you are traveling and not in contact. Contact means the enemy is firing their weapons at you. So if you're moving and they have an enemy out for standing 20 meters away from you, but he's not shooting at you, you are not in contact. You are still moving. As soon as he picks that weapon up and starts firing at you, you are now moving. No, we'll be fun. Trip. So that is the difference between movement and maneuver. Movement, not in contact. Maneuvering, in contact. Now, movement from one location to another is typically planned ahead of time. That planned movement is known as a route. So if y'all want to open up your map, go up to the northeast of the map. You'll see me circling this green highlighted box.
Copy that, Sergeant.
All right. If you scroll in some, this is a route. So you got here, you have a start point, you have a phase line, you have a general direction of movement, you have a second phase line, you have a RP / short halt, danger crossing, marked, a long halt / RP2, and then you have a endpoint. So that's what makes up, for the most part, a route. Now, it doesn't always have to have phase lines, which is here, phase line green, phase line red. It doesn't have to have RPs marked on there, but it can. But this is just pretty much a route that has everything bundled into it, so you can see a route.
Sergeant, question?
Isn't it?
What is a phase line?
All right, so we're starting here. This is the start point. Once you start moving and your team, your squad crosses that phase line tells you to do something. So this phase line here is telling you to go and, well, stay in traveling. So you're not going to have that huge space between your front and rear fire teams while you're moving. Now, as you're pushing through and your squad hits this phase line is telling the squad leader now he needs to put some separation between his front and rear element because there's a stronger chance of contact. So once he hits this point, he'll probably tell the rear element to go to a walk and get that 50-meter spacing. And once he gets a decent amount of spacing, he will tell them to start jogging again. And that'll happen while the front point fire team is still moving.
Roger that, Sergeant.
Also, phase lines help us with clearing towns. So, say a certain squad we tasked with, clearing from phase line Alpha left. So they won't cross over phase line Alpha and clear buildings. That would be another squad's job. So it is also for marking boundaries of where a squad should be and shouldn't be. So, like I said, the traveling and then traveling Overwatch on those phase lines, so you would have like a 10-meter space in between the front team and the squad leader. Now, if he calls for a travel and overwatch because contact is likely, he's going to go to a 50-meter spacing between the front fire team and the squad leader.
User joined your channel.
Now, the reason for that is he doesn't want to commit his entire force to a possible ambush from the enemy. So while they're in travel and overwatch, the front fire team comes under contact. That's fun. The front fire team gets online, puts down a base of fire. Now, at that point, that gives the squad leader the opportunity to figure out how and where he is going to possibly flank the enemy. He also has the option to push online with his other fire team and put down overwhelming firepower.
Why do they even have a boonie on their head?
Off the right, whatever you need to do to break contact. Find a new fighting position and let the enemy come to you. So they have options. So not committing his full force allows the squad leader. Yeah. So that allows the squad leader to make multiple moves. Yep. Got a question, Senate? Private McAllen.
User in your channel timed out.
Yeah, he disconnected.
Okay, I'll wait for him. You have any questions, Private Don?
Not at this time. Negative.
All right. Yep. So, yeah, travel and Overwatch. You're back?
Yeah, I'm back. Game's crashing.
That's fine. Just we'll keep going over it while you get back in. All right. So we went over traveling Overwatch. Now you have bounding Overwatch. Now teams bound using successive or alternating bounding, often done from a squad line. So you want your entire squad up on line while doing this. Remember what being online is, correct?
Hey, first side.
Probably done.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was looking at that map.
You remember what being online is, correct?
Refresh my memory. No, sir, I don't.
Oh, not a sir yet.
Oh, sorry, Sergeant. Sorry.
All right. So being online is. All right. So say. So, fire team leader. I am on this side.
Oh, copy. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
If you take contact from the front, now you're going to push to cover, and the rest of your team is going to push up and get online.
Copy. Yes, sir. I got you now.
Yep. And start putting down hate.
Roger that.
All right. So that's how bounding will work. It's often done from a squad line. Doesn't mean it has to, but squad line. Can you still hear me, McGowan?
Yeah, first sergeant.
All right. So that is bounding Overwatch. We're gonna go over that after this little course. Planning and selecting a route. One of the keys to successful tactical movement is the ability to develop routes that increase the unit's security, decrease the soldier's effort, and get the unit to the objective on time in a manner prepared to fight. Good route selection begins with a thorough terrain analysis and ends with superior navigation. That will be a day 3 thing. where we go over the map. We'll go over how to read the topographical map using terrain features and elevation lines and all that good stuff, and how it works out with creating a route. So security during movement it needs to be known. Oh, I'm gonna wait.
User in your channel timed out.
Is that him again?
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
All right, you can still hear me?
No problem.
All right, we're just gonna keep doing this until you get back in. All right, security. When you're in movement, everybody has a sector that needs to be covered. So depending on what side the AR is on, the Grenadier will be on that opposite side. So if the Grenadier is on the right, the AR is on the left side of that fire team wedge. That is the sector they're going to cover. Fire team leader covered at 12 o'clock. Whoever's on the right will cover the right sector. Whoever's on the left covers the left sector. And the rifleman will cover the rear. Now, it doesn't mean that the rifleman has to walk backwards the entire time. As he's moving, he is looking left and right and looking over his shoulder to make sure nobody is trailing. Now, when you stop, and there's two different ways to stop. There's a short halt and a long halt. A short halt is like around like 30 seconds or so that the squad or fire team will be sitting still, whereas a long halt is roughly a minute or so that they will be sitting idle. Now, when you're in a short halt, don't just stop, take a knee, and stay out in the open. Find cover. Nothing far, don't go running fucking 100 meters to go find cover. Anything close by, if you can't find anything close by, at the very least, find a bush to conceal yourself and cover your sector. Once you get the movement order from your fire team leader to start moving, that's when you'll get back in a formation. You can do that while moving. You don't have to hurry up and get a formation, then start moving. You can get all back into formation while you're moving. Long halt, that's something we don't really do often. Usually our first stop, we're engaging an enemy and we're being a base of fire while another element maneuvers around. But long halt, you want to keep 360 security, just like you do in a short halt. Now, we have a formation that we're going to go over a little while for a long halt, but it is something we do not use too often because we are a light infantry element and speed is our fucking main asset.
Copy all, Sergeant.
Excellent. Mac Allen?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I was tapped out for a minute. Excellent. So next little deal we're going to go over is a danger area. Anything could be a danger area. Open areas, fields, roads and trails, villages, any positions, minefields, streams, wire obstacles, all that good stuff. But it doesn't mean that you're going to treat all of that the same is what I'm about to go over. Now, the danger area we have behind me is a highway. It is a MSR, I believe. Yes, so that is MSR. It's paved, so that's a main supply route. We're going to treat this as a linear danger crossing. So, when a danger crossing is seen, most likely by the point fire team, so the fire team that's on point should be the first one to spot it if the squad leader hasn't already spotted it off his micro dagger or his android. So the point fire team is going to get to a point. If the squad leader doesn't see it, the point fire team can fucking call a short halt, get everybody else to stop because there's a danger crossing. They'll call up to the squad leader and say that's a danger crossing up front. That'll give time for the squad leader to come up, take a look at what's going on, and then he'll give the order to secure the danger crossing. Now, that is only if his squad is not under contact. If they're already in contact, the danger crossing now is obsolete. But if they're not in contact, it's a good practice to secure the danger crossing. So for shits and giggles, we're not in contact. Either the squad leader or the point fire team calls a short halt. The squad leader tells the point fire team to secure the danger crossing. Now at that point, if y'all follow me, gentlemen. The front fire team will be behind cover. Let's say behind you where these rocks are. That is the cover that front fire team stopped at with a short halt. Now at that point, the squad leader says, all right, secure the danger crossing. The fire team leader and his battle buddy, which is the AR, will secure the near side. So since they're coming from your 6 o'clock, this side of the road is the near side. Now it does not matter if the fire team leader is on that side or that side. As long as he's there covering his sector down the road and his battle buddy, the AR, is covering the sector down the road. Now, MET-TC and situational awareness would suggest if the better chance of getting enemy contacts is down the road from the fucking northwest, then it'd be much better to put your AR facing that direction. But if neither is the case, then it really doesn't matter. But that's MET-TC. There's no set thing in stone about which direction who should be facing. Just as long as the team leader and his battle buddy, which is the AR, is covering the near side. So let me start it from the beginning. They do a short halt. Squad leader tells them to set cover the danger crossing, secure the danger crossing. One moves up to this side, the other moves up to the other side. Once the AR is set, he calls up to his battle buddy that he's set. The team lead does not have to call back to his battle buddy saying he's set. As soon as he calls up, as soon as the AR calls up to the team lead that he's set and the team lead is set, he calls up to the other battle buddies, which is the grenadier and rifleman, and tells them that they're set. Once they hear that, it is now their turn to run up. Follow me. They're going to push through the center of the buddy team that's already on the near side. They're going to push up either to the middle of the hedge or to 30 meters ahead, and their job is to scout out and push ahead because the red squad is going to be pushing through in that direction. So they need to move up to 12, 4, and fucking 8 position. Make sure there's no enemy waiting for them on this side. Once they do a little recon, look around, no fucking hostile contacts, no hostile troops, no possible contacts, they're going to turn around. Follow me. And now they're going to set cover the far side danger crossing. So one side will be the grenadier, and the other side will be the rifleman. Now, whoever is the 2IC of the fire team will call up to the fire team leader and say that the far side is dead. Because you got to have some kind of structure and order when that fire team is separated. That buddy team is separated from the fire team. So the 2IC will be in charge of that second buddy team. So whoever it is will call up to the fire team leader saying the far side is set. At that point, the fire team leader will call up to the squad leader saying that the danger crossing is secure. At that point, the squad leader, along with the squad medic and the trailing fire team, will now push through this danger crossing. And they will get up to a point and have two options. They can either do a long halt or short halt and let the security fire team that is securing the danger crossing catch up and get back in formation, or they can keep moving on their original heading and allow the security team to get in formation at that way. I prefer the latter. I'd rather keep moving and have the security team catch up and get back in formation with the squad. Because you always want to keep having speed. You don't want to slow down.
Roger that, Sergeant. Question?
Yep, said it.
So at that time, the team in the diamond will become the team up front in the wedge, and then...
Correct. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a diamond. It can be two wedges. But yes, that trailing fire team now becomes the point fire team.
I guess I was implying if it was a squad column, but sure, I understand, sir.
Yes. So they kind of leapfrog past them. Now, all right, so that is how you do a danger crossing. Now I'm going to throw a little Bix on top of it. Chances are your squad won't be by itself. So you only need 4 guys to do a danger crossing. So that leaves the other 4 guys plus your squad leader and your squad medic to push forward and get out security on the far side of the danger crossing. Because there's chances another 1, 2 squads might push through this danger crossing. So you just gotta be mindful of what's going on, who's behind you, and all that jazz. But that is something your squad leader will tell you, your fire team leader, and that'll all get passed down. So chances are you might not keep pushing through and let the security team catch up. You might have to take a short halt and allow the rest of the platoon to push through your ranks. It's a 50-50 thing. It depends on how soon into an operation that happens. Because by the time we start taking contact, multiple squads are broken up and they're pushing
You're
separate
hot
directions,
miking.
trying to
You're hot miking.
take out the enemy. But for this purpose, we're going to keep it simple. All right. So, come back over here, gentlemen. All right. So, we just now secured this danger crossing. The fire team, the squad leader, squad medic, and the trail and fire team will be pushing through. As they're pushing through, the very last person who is going through, which chances are will be the rifleman of the trail and fire team, as he's crossing, he'll say last man, because he is the last man crossing. He'll say it here and keep pushing. He won't say it here.
Oh,
So
were you just
one
hearing
time.
static going
Just
through?
one time. He's just going to call last man on the near side security.
You're on the
Because as
radio.
soon as he crosses
When I was
here,
hot
he'll
micing,
call
were you
the
just
last
hitting
man.
static or what?
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
The
Oh.
security element is the last man. So he pushes through, calls last man to them, and keeps pushing. Once
I think you're on the radio.
side security hears last man, they recover.
There you go.
They push through as a buddy team, and once they get to this point, last man of that buddy team will call last man, and the far side security will do the same. They will recover, and now all four individuals will recover and get back into formation. Make sense?
Roger that.
Sergeant.
All right.
Okay, we're good.
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Two of you guys will be shooting.
This is a
Okay. I can get 2 more if you want to.
and that's how you secure it. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Quicker. All right. So you get up on a danger.
Yeah, go ahead.
Front fire team or the squad
tell me Hoffman once we get to the bounding course.
What's going on?
Okay.
He
User
calls.
left your channel.
Is that a question,
Oh,
Sergeant?
okay. No. Sorry.
You know what everybody's doing once we get to the bounding course, Sergeant?
Who?
Do you know what everybody's doing once we get to the bounding course?
Well, two of you guys, under your own discretion, out of 4 of you, just decide, or should say 6 of you, decide who's going to be with the privates, and then the rest of the 4 of you will be going up to the hill.
Yeah, if it isn't hashed out yet, I'd like to run with the privates.
Alright. I think McCoy wants to roll with them as well. I'm not too certain.
Grenadier and rifleman, and tell them that the near side is.
Copy that, thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
At that point, the grenadier and rifleman cross. They go up about 30 meters, do a quick recon. If there's nothing, they come back and cover the far side and secure that. Once that is secure and both members are set, remember the 2 IC of that team is the only one that's going to be calling up saying that they're set to the fire team leader. Now he does need to hear that his partner is set, his buddy is set, so he'll say so and so is set, and as soon as he hears that, he'll call up and say far side security is set. At that point,
User joined your channel.
At that point, the team lead will call to the squad leader.
Hey, Smith.
Danger crossing is set.
Yeah.
Hell and Booker, okay.
Okay.
Pushes through.
You said who?
Hell and
squad leader will be the first
And give me a list of names of people who actually
that just
filled in,
wait on the
well
other
assisted, I
side.
should say.
That would suck
Yeah, I'll give you a
him
full
and
list
the
in a
squad
second.
That way I
members
could
down
do that next week.
at the same time.
Put them on the list for day 4 people as well.
Catastrophic.
For promotion
Want
points, I should
ranks?
say.
And once
What?
Want ranks too?
Yeah, but I had to put them in order for promotion list. I mean, sorry,
they're in the right
promotion point.
position, we'll call last man to the near side security, which is the AR and the team lead.
Hell, you're first.
They recover, and then they keep pushing through behind.
Don't worry about Margiata or I. Just
And
everyone else.
one who
And
has
except for the private.
User joined your channel.
last man on, well, excuse me, they will call last man as they pass through the far side security. They will recover and they will get back into formation. So that is it in a nutshell.
Thank you.
One more.
Take a walk with me, gentlemen.
That's all of us. That's all of us.
This is your squad leader. Right here. This is your squad medic. Bring it up to 6 o'clock. Now, since the rear fire team overlapped the leapfrogged past the security team, they're now in the front. So with them being in the front, they're going to take up the front security and the front right and front left security. So this will be one buddy team. This will be the grenadier and the rifleman. And this here will be the team lead and AR. Now the AR should always be pointing in the direction that the squad leader is facing. As you can see here, the squad leader here is facing that direction. So that is the direction they are going to start setting up security.
Question, Sergeant.
Did it?
This is when they have they know they have contact forward, or is this after the crossing?
Well, this is after the crossing, after a danger crossing, and they need to stop and regroup and get the ranks back together. This is something I prefer not to do. You can easily do a danger crossing without having to stop. Yeah, you stop, you slow down, you give the enemy time. That's not something you need to do. But for learning purposes, this is a 360 security, and they are getting the direction of security by the way the squad leader is facing. So that is the way, this direction that they need to set up security. So this is the point fire team, buddy team here, buddy team here. Now, since the security element that was securing the danger crossing, they're now in the rear. This is the grenadier and rifleman of the rear fire team. And this is the AR and the team lead of the rear element. Now, don't look at their weapon system. It's
okay.
Foobarred. But just remember, the buddy teams stick together. And you want to keep this spacing apart in case a frag happens to come out or a 40 mic. You don't want to lose both members of the buddy team.
Question, Sergeant. So this is the correct spacing for the two?
You could. I would go a little bit wider. You know, this
Okay.
guy could stand to crawl out a little bit.
Copy. So they don't have to be right on top of each other.
No, preferably no.
Yeah.
Because all of this really needs to be spread out. Because not even 40 bite Mike, but a damn mortar falls in the middle of this, and it'll probably kill everybody in the fucking squad. So, I know it feels safe in close proximity to your brothers, but here it's no bueno. Real life, I would probably say it's semi-okay. I mean, you always want to maintain spacing, but here you want to maintain it a little bit more, because out for tend to fuck us with mortar rounds. So this is what's going on here. Any questions on this? This is a quote-unquote long halt.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
All right, so this long halt, I mentioned a short halt. Short halt, you're not going to have to do all of this fancy. You stop, and you know, this is kind of a shit place to stop. I personally wouldn't stop here, but if you had to, I mean, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't hurt to fucking go prone with your weapon. You know, at the very least, kneel, but go prone if you have to stop in a fucking field. So this is technically a really bad spot to stop. The only thing good for you is those rock wall ahead of you, but you have nowhere to go. So, all right. Any questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Alrighty. Let's move over to the east to that white flag, and we'll set up over there. No checkered flag.
Smith, can you make me an arsenal? Smith, can you make me an arsenal?
Well, you need a. What's wrong?
Or I just need I need it for when I go up there, so I can grab ammo without running back.
I put an arsenal up there.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna maneuver y'all to a danger crossing and an endpoint. So you're not gonna lock and load. There's gonna be no firing just yet. Gonna have to listen to my commands, and we'll get it through.
Alpha, this is McCoy, radio check on frequency 100.1, over.
McCoy, this is Private Dunn. Radio check on frequency 100.1, over.
Alpha McCoy, roger, out.
You the fire team leader, Dunn?
Yeah.
Alright, when you respond on the radio, you're not Private Dunn, you're Alpha.
Alpha, that's right.
Alpha, this is Dale, radio check 100.1, over.
Corporal Dale, this is Alpha Lima Charlie on frequency 100.1,
User
over.
joined your channel.
Alpha, this is Dale, copy, out.
Alpha, this is McAllen, radio check on 100.1, over.
Private McAllen, this is Alpha Radio Lima Charlie on frequency 100.1, over.
Alpha, this is McAllen, roger, out.
Alpha to Satchel, over.
This is Allen, over.
I don't have to say that again, do I? After I say he's already checked out, he would be the last person to.
Yeah,
check
when he
out.
says
Right.
out, you're
Right.
fucking done.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Also, actual call for you.
Alpha to Satchel over.
Got your alternate channel set up?
Copy that.
I'm getting like a big echo over here. I'm getting confused.
Alpha to Satchel over. Actual, this is Alpha. Send it. Alpha to Satchel. I want you to start moving out. Bearing 028. Fire team wedge. Your discretion. Tom now.
Yeah, so I don't think that's me. I never pressed the right arrow button.
Alright, let's get him moving out. Can you come back with last? Alpha to Sexual, I want you to start moving your fire team wedge bearing 028. Tom now. Actual, this is Bravo. Copy that. Nope, you're Alpha. Alpha. Alright, moving 080.
02.
Negative 028. 028.
You want us heavy left or heavy right, then?
Heavy right. That'd be heavy right.
Do it at a jogging pace. Guns down. Now at this point, you see while we're following through, keep moving. You don't have to stop. We're pushing down a draw here. At this point, I shouldn't have to do any micro movements here. You should keep following the draw. To your right. Yes, you want to stay below deflate. So keep following this draw. You want to stay below deflate. It's alright if your fire team shrinks down in size a little bit, because they're staying at deflate. That's a good thing. Now, with you being in point, if you see something I don't see, don't be afraid to call a short halt and point something out.
Got you two
Don't
more
let
with
us
us.
just walk into fucking enemy contact.
Hold on, Sergeant Smith. Alright, so what are you having us do?
Give me a second. Alright, if y'all want to get up to, you got like shouldn't say an hour. About 45 minutes left until the bounty. We go to the bounty overwatch course. So y'all want to just follow them out, or?
There should be no reason to be ducking down.
Are we going to be helping them or shooting at them?
Well, it depends. Dale wants to do it. I'm pretty sure it's special course, so y'all be most likely be shooting at them.
Alright.
Should I just bring them over there right now? Should we go TP over there and get...
If y'all want to, don't see the point.
Or are they almost done over there? Or are they...
They're walking to the bounty overwatch course.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go that way. Actually, wait, it's easier to TP. I like TP.
Alright, Alpha, come along to this. Push up to these rock wall and come
Stand by.
on. Get out 360 security.
Make it all in group.
Copy that.
So someone leave the group and then join off the person that left the group.
Alright, just hold it. Check, check. Alright, Alpha, I want you to change direction. I want you to push 042 up to the rocks dead ahead move, Tom, now.
I heard partly what you were saying. It was breaking up real bad.
Alright, remember brevity on the radio. So since you missed all of that, you want to say, actual, this is Alpha, say again your last, over.
Actual, this is Alpha. Say again last.
Alpha, I want you to push your team bearing 039er. Tom now, up to those rocks.
Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that. Alright, guys.
Remember, don't push the other channel right away. Give it a second before
Hello?
you go to team.
Hello.
Left without me.
What?
Y'all leave your group and then join off each other.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, are you guys gonna be able to stay for 30, 45 minutes?
Oh, I should say an hour for you guys. It may finish
An
at 8:45. I mean 9:45. Don't know.
So an hour before you start, you mean, or an hour when it's complete?
Well, depending if you will finish at 29:40. I mean 21:45. Don't know. But yeah, he was running. I'm running right now. Are you guys gonna be here for a whole hour?
I'm gonna be here. I don't have anything.
Did y'all join off Strutman? Well, I mean, Strutman, did you leave the group and join off with them? So I don't want to teleport the whole class over there. Unless I teleport y'all individually.
Alright, should we just join up your group then?
No. Join off Tel or Book or wherever else. You gotta be in separate groups so don't teleport the whole class.
029er.
I don't have a group,
Which
so...
part?
I'll just teleport y'all singly.
So we're joined on strip.
Nope, you talk to me.
Give me a second, or about.
I talked to you?
Hey, Firm, I'm hearing you. I don't have team.
The Zeus and that Zeus Arsenal should be in the brown box.
Sorry, say
Where
again,
is
Tom,
Booker? Arsenal should be in that brown box.
What do we need to have?
Look like Op 4 or get Op 4 guns. You're shooting at them.
Readjust your burn 045.
Any specific kind of op 4 or just
Doesn't matter.
506?
Just not 506.
506, just top 4. I like to get as close to tan as possible.
Actual, this is Alpha. I got danger crossing.
Good copy. Have eyes on Alpha. I want you to secure danger crossing. Tom now.
Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that. Guys, we're gonna clear.
Nope, wrong channel. Wrong freak.
If you guys are gonna get promotion points, by the way. What Smith told me to tell you.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are okay with that?
Sure.
So I'm getting the autocannon over there and see if you could access it.
I think
You almost there?
yeah, I should be like within if not the first time Desmond Bravo.
Done set.
Yeah. Pretty confident I've got enough points. I should have a take though at that point. Wasn't
think,
a standout. I would hit take this week.
Hey,
Elias or Smith can check.
Mark Navarro. Sorry, I can't say your name, but thank you so much for the follow. I did not see your reply. I'm sorry, but what's up? Oh, you replied like a minute ago. Okay, yeah, what's up?
Grab a gun that shoots lots of bullets, or
Oh, I'll grab one of those. Sure.
Hey, can someone hear me?
Can we launch 40 mics at him or no?
Hey, can someone test out that autocannon? See if you can see down there with the autocannon right there.
Wait, strap.
Yeah,
wait,
I will. I will.
What vest strap?
It's called PO6B23 tan.
Okay.
Smith, where'd you put the autocannon?
You should see it by the RPG that you can launch.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if you can see down there.
Yeah, I've got everything until the sand.
Which sand?
I've got everything basically into the houses actually.
Alright. Alright, dismount real quick. How about now? Or is it worse?
It's a little bit better, but I don't think
Alright.
you're gonna get much better. If you push it to the west, it gets better.
So you mean the right?
Yeah, to the right of where it is. The rocks.
Right there or all the way to the right?
Near right where I'm about to stand. Yeah.
Okay,
right
yeah, that's what I had it before. I didn't know if that was good. A good spot. Right, watch out.
You put sandbags around it.
Yep, I'll try.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hate ads too.
I suppose. Fairness though, I stole the uniform for you and the vest from Booker, so can't really take credit for any of it.
Yeah, I usually get a carry-all backpack too, just because. Carry lots of ammo.
So I didn't hear the answer. Am I gonna be launching 40 mics at these guys or no?
Yeah, you can shoot 40 mics.
Just don't drop it on their heads.
Yeah, don't drop it on their heads. Scare them. If they're continually peeking you, just scare them. Shoot around them. Don't shoot through smoke. If they pop smoke, try not to shoot through it unless they're running right through it. Obviously. I wanna fucking tell them to screw off, but. There it is.
Alright, you switched to YouTube, alright.
Alright, I've got 30 mags of ammo.
I got 6 viewers. I wonder who's the other 4 or whatever.
240 sometimes.
Like that
I want to
36
take a
mags.
PKP.
Yeah.
But shit, I can only carry like 3 boxes for this fucking thing.
Gotta find the right one.
I could just take a. I know what I'll take. Exactly what I'll take.
Actual, this is Alpha. Danger crossing is set. Alpha to actual, can copy. Oscar Mike.
I'm stealing Booker's idea, taking an XSW.
And don't be afraid to use the guns, except for the grenade launcher. The automatic grenade launcher is a little buggy, so careful with that.
Should we be nice and fire tracers at him, or no?
You can if you want to. I normally don't.
All right, I won't then.
I want them to know where I am. If I'm peeking them, and if they don't know where I'm at, then that's fine. I'm happy that way if they don't know where I'm at. Put this scope to you. Oh, that's nice. No, that's night vision.
Alright, Stratman, is that good? Or is that better, should say?
Yeah, let me go look.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Try to see if you get eyes out. We'll be able to move the turret with all that stuff around.
I can get eyes out anywhere that I want to get eyes out, so it works.
Alright, good. What do you mean on which one?
I really don't like the Russian scope. I told anybody else that? Hey, Smith.
Ready to fuck some people
Yeah.
up.
You make us invincible too.
Yeah.
God mode.
Yeah. So when you guys get shot, like
kind of hide for like
yeah, back
for a hot
up
minute.
like for a second, move somewhere else. Like you can get hit and then back up and then move somewhere else and then shoot them some more. If you want to pop back up right where you were and shoot them, that's fine as well.
I'll try my best not to kill them.
Yeah, really good idea. How many rounds does that gun have?
The ones we're carrying?
Yeah.
100-round magazines, and I've got 20 magazines.
Oh, jeez.
So I've got 2,000 rounds to throw out.
No.
Nice.
Alright, start it off. Actual, this is Alpha. I got a danger crossing. Alpha, this is actual. Good copy. Want your team to secure danger crossing. Tom now. Over. Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that.
Alright, so yeah, 2,200 rounds. That'll give you plenty to keep them busy.
Yep,
Yeah,
2,200 rounds.
We can use plenty more too. If you get shot, just if you need to get more ammo, run back, grab it. Don't be afraid to use the what's it called? The Here, let's just. I'll show you everything. Here, come here. Come here.
Actual, this is Alpha. Near side is set.
Got a dish gum.
Alright, Alpha doesn't care.
There's
Alpha
also a
wants to know
grenade
when
up there.
the old danger crossing is secure.
And there is
Actual,
another
this is
machine
Alpha.
gun up
Copy
there.
that.
And then over this way. Got a auto cannon. Use that if they're being specific idiots. Yep, special kind of retard situation. Use this as well as you see fit, because this is this will, if you aim it anywhere, it will hit where you aim. So and the blast radius is kind of big, so be careful with that. Yeah.
Actual, this is Alpha.
This tower
Danger crossing is set and clear.
But yeah, you can use it still.
Alpha, this is actual. Good copy. Pushing through Tom now.
Same thing with this. You can actually maneuver this.
Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that.
It's an anti-tank weapon.
Yeah, but you can use it against them. And
Let's
you can
move.
actually move the missile as you're controlling it, so be careful when you're aiming as well.
Alright.
And if you just want to scare them, you can shoot this in the air. And then last one is this MG.
Alright. That's a cord, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like a cord. Alright.
I believe the other one's also a cord. But all of these positions are really good to use. You can use them.
So basically, though, all right. So on this, I assume we want to do it to where at least one of us is firing upon them all the time.
Oh yeah, and try to target the ones that are shooting, and if the ones that are sounding don't have smoke, then shoot them as well.
All right.
Because they will run out.
Shoot around them and then see what they do. And if they don't run back to cover, just continue running out the open field and wound them.
Myth.
Yeah.
Were you talking to us?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Yeah, what'd you say?
I said shoot around them. They're running open field, and they don't run throw smoke or run back to cover. Then you can wound them.
All right.
Okay.
Sure you have earplugs. It'll get real loud.
Yep, got them in.
Shoot through smoke. Unless they're just poking through smoke, and then just shoot them. Oh, yes, we're gonna want to move this up here.
I got it. We're going to move it too.
I got it.
Is that autocannon still good or no? Or no?
Yeah, the autocannon's good. Also there's another autocannon to my left. Actually, wait, can you move the sandbags in front of the autocannon that I'm sitting on right now?
Is that good?
Directly in front of the cannon.
Oh, okay.
If you can just push them out or delete them. Because it's gonna hit this.
Is that better or no?
Yeah, that's good. That's better.
This used liberally. Gun.
Yeah,
yeah. The 40 mic.
We'll make sure that if we use it, we'll fire away from them so we don't kill them.
The range varies from about, I think,
about
600
550
meters
to 300. Yeah.
So
yeah,
if you
Booker's
shoot this
done it.
way over, you should be fine. the thing is, once they get to the flags, we don't really have good eyes.
What do you mean what I say?
I do sometimes push out to the right a little bit to get eyes
How-
down on them.
How close to us are they pushing?
To the flags. Once they get to the flags,
Then they're free. Okay.
they're moving about, I think, 300 meters, 400 meters.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna be hard pressed to run out of ammo in that time frame.
Run out of ammo.
What's that?
I've run out of ammo and I've had 2,000 rounds. So yeah, if they're challenging you, don't be afraid to just say, "Hey, you're an idiot."
Hey, Yanovich, thank you so much for the subscribe. I don't know why it's echoing like that.
Microphone activated.
But yeah, thank you for the follow. I meant to subscribe.
Like whoever kept shooting the MG up
What's
there,
the hold up over here?
I told him to stay up there even though he's getting hit. Told him to say "fuck you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was me. The PV1 trying to challenge me. He was actually behind the house, the broken house over there. Trying to peek me. He hit me a couple times, but Sergeant came up, crawled behind me. He's like, "Keep shooting him." I'm like, "Okay." Good for Sergeant. From the gate, they will like step back from the ESCOs and just shoot you because they know that to us it looks like nothing, but
what?
If you see them just stepping back and shooting over the HESCOs instead of peeking it from the left and right, kindly remind them that you see them.
What's going on? I'm trying to figure out what's taking forever over here.
With your guns. This is for when they're pushing too fast and they think they're tough shit. And the Zeus cannon. If they're at the rock, there's a huge rock right there. That's where I usually shoot it at, and I'll shoot right at the rock just to scare them. And I like to listen in on 100 to hear when or if they're pushing.
Okay. And we're on 3-1, correct?
Yeah. If they're like, all right, team one's going, and then you just start laying into them. And sometimes they'll be like, "We're too bogged down, we can't go." They don't pop smoke, but if they pop smoke, just focus on the shooting team. Don't worry about the hunting team.
Yep. Basically, in short, encourage them to freaking use.
Actual, this is Alpha. Oh.
Yep.
And smoke.
And if they're doing it, great. Let them keep.
Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that.
Punish them.
Copy.
Bog them
Make it
down
up.
like madness. Turn us 3 into an army of 50, basically.
Yeah, well, with these weapons, that should be easy to do.
So you said that they're moving. You didn't tell them what bearing or anything.
Did he make us invincible, by the way?
Yeah, I believe so. I'll be right back to check. Actually, wait, we can check. Shoot me. Just check real quick. Be shoot me really quickly. If I'm invincible.
Well, aren't they going to hear it and wonder what the hell's going on?
Suppressor. Fifth, are we invincible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Ow.
Fine. Yeah, we're good.
I need to find out how the hell to do that in Zeus, make shit invincible.
Alright, Alpha, I want you to change direction. Go bearing 113, correction, 121.
Oh, how many of them are there, by the way?
Moving, bearing 121, guys.
Plus,
Check net. Contact. You know which way that contact's coming from? Actual, this is Alpha. I got contact bearing 102. No you don't. That was me shooting, from your 6. Oh. So yeah, contact from the northwest.
So I was kind of hoping that y'all would
Copy
react to
that.
the contact and you would find cover and get online, but that didn't happen. So, all right.
Work.
Yep. You want to take this
Yeah.
over, Sergeant? Thank
Yep.
you.
Alright, get back on that line on the rock walls for me.
Yeah. You want?
Sorry. Yeah, you can hop on if you want to, Jovanovic. Alright. So, you heard contact, or... From, I'm yelling. Alright, so you guys just heard, fire shots from somewhere, which means there's contact. So what's going to happen is that, the whole element is going to transition from movement to maneuver. So you guys, the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to hear the order of getting online, which is what you guys are doing right now. You're online. Basically, you guys are shoulder to shoulder. You're not shooting behind or shooting in front of someone. You're shooting right shoulder to shoulder, so then you won't have to basically hit someone with your own round. So some quick battle drills. React to contact. That's basically somewhere you'll hear squad leader telling an element react to contact. So then the other element can maneuver around and engage those contacts. So reactive contact is basically the base team will remain in place and that maneuver team will flank around the side of the enemy. So say a buddy team would be the base team and then the other buddy team would be basically the team that will maneuver and then engage the enemy. Now you have break contact, which is another battle drill, and that is the base team will remain in place and then the maneuver team will begin bounding backwards, alternating base and maneuver. So basically the base team will stay put. That maneuver team will basically bound backwards to the next set of covers, and that base team will now, the base team that was there originally, will now be the maneuvering team. And that maneuvering team that found cover, they're the base team, and they're providing suppressive fire. So then that base team can maneuver behind cover and is basically keep on alternating back and forth until they're out of fire and away from the contacts. Then lastly, last part is attack, and attack is where the squad bounds forward online, alternating the base and maneuver elements, which is what you guys about to do. So so preparatory command for the whole leader or whatever is going to say this is basically get online, which you guys are on right now. And then if once you get engaged by contacts, you're gonna basically you need to know to get online. But then the first thing you got to do is once you get contacts or get engaged by them is get prone. So you got immediately go prone. So then the contact can't shoot your head. Basically, all of the units shoot in the ground. And then you immediately go and seek cover. So this is the cover y'all found because the contacts engaged got y'all from the northwestern side. So you went to get cover from these rock walls. So next, you guys can transition to maneuver. Since it's only you guys in the fire team, you're gonna bound and maneuver as in buddy teams. So now you guys in the line. So now you guys are gonna react to contact. Your contact is basically this rock, I should say wall, but this whole dune right in front of you. It's not live fire. You're just gonna say pew pew if you want to pretend that you're shooting some rounds. But that's how it's gonna go. All right. So y'all found your cover or your concealment. What you're gonna do next is that you're gonna bound. So who's the second buddy team? How are you have to set? I'm assuming the guy to my left is one buddy team, and then to my right is another buddy team. Correct?
Correct.
All right.
Negative, Sergeant. We got Dale and McCoy are buddy teams, and Dunn and McCown are buddy teams.
Yeah,
okay.
You're right, left, and I'm right.
Well, I want both of y'all in a separate team, so let's reconfigure that. So I want Gillian stick right there. All right. So McAllen, you're with Dale and McCoy, and then Dunn, you're with Gillen. So the first person who's gonna start off is the guy to my left. But let me go over his demonstration real quick. So you got fast crawl, which is you're crawling quickly to your cover if the cover is right next to you. And the cover is further away. The cover is very close, so you're gonna slowly crawl to the cover. Now you have your 3 second rushes where your body, if you have no cover and you went down to the ground, the cover's maybe 50 meters ahead of you, you're gonna do your 3 second rush. You're gonna run, 1, 2, 3, hit the deck. And you'll keep repeating. Yes, huh? Say again?
I'm sorry, Sergeant. Is that when you're in contact?
Yes, yes. When you're on contact, you're trying to run to cover, and you're gonna do the same thing. It's almost like bounding. One guy is going to do that 3 second rush while the rest of the elements are going to basically fire. So it's the same thing. If it's a whole team, 2 guys are gonna do a 3 second rush, and the other buddy teams are gonna provide special fire for those guys. This is the only time you do it if you're not in cover. So say these rock walls weren't here, and your next cover is right in front of you, then you'll do your 3 second rush. Now, some people would say you can either say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, or you can say I'm up, they see me, and then I'm down. Those are ways you can say it to basically you can know what your 3 seconds are. All right. So you're gonna bound to cover, and you make sure you guys can communicate. So you always need an element to cover the other element moving. So a whole unit as a whole cannot move unless they have another element covering them. So you guys as a fire team cannot move together. You have to have one buddy team staying to cover you guys and provide special fire. And then the other element, which is you guys on my right, you're moving. However, the way we're going to start this is that the guys to my left, you're going to move first. The guys to my right, you guys are going to stay and cover them. So when moving, you got to make sure that your rifle, when you're moving, you got to make sure that other team says that they're set and covering you guys, and then you're gonna say over the team net or squad net, whatever you may say, you'll let the other element know that you're moving. When you move, you're gonna sprint with your head down towards the cover, or you could go up. It doesn't matter, but as long as you get to the cover. And I'm pretty sure you guys can still hear me, correct? Once you get to your cover, you make sure your rifle's up, and that you're not moving. You gotta make sure you say that you're set when you know you're set. So you can say to your 2IC or team leader, whoever's in charge of your element, you can tell them that you're set. When you hear that everyone's set, that's when you'll say over the higher echelon net, telling them, all right, Alpha is set, or Team 2 is set. Don't say set if you're still moving. All right, don't say set if you're doing this. You gotta make sure you actually set so you cover your team. You don't want saying you're set and then you're not able to engage those contacts in front of you and you get a whole other element moving. So only say set when you're set. All right, any questions?
So you're saying the people on your left are going to be moving first?
Yes, I want the guys on my left. Yep, you're covering. Yep. All right, so you guys got engaged by contacts. You got to cover. Now you start bounding. So go ahead and start it off. So make sure the guys on my right, make sure you say that you're set covering so these guys can know when to move. So go ahead and do it. Who's the fire team leader? Dunn or McAllen?
I am.
So you'll say Team 2, we're set. Go ahead and move.
Team 2, I'm set.
Team 2's moving.
Copy that. And I say I'm covering, or I'm moving?
No, wait for them to say covering. Okay, make sure they say the covering.
Team 2, this is Alpha, moving.
Nope, Rockwall to your right. To your right. No. You pushed too far, private down. Right there. There you go. Alright, continue.
Team 2, this is Alpha, set. Move.
It has to be done more swiftly and quickly, guys. Remember, be engaged by contacts so you get to those contacts quicker.
Alpha, Team 2 set, over.
Alpha's moving. Alpha set. Move.
Team 2.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can't really talk. My bad, guys.
Saying that
If y'all
right?
talking to me, I'm sorry. I apologize. Saying what, right? You just say you're set. Out, Team 1 Sarah, I'm set. You can move.
Alpha's moving.
There you go. Remember about brevity, short end the message, but just start moving quicker.
Alpha set. Move.
What? Team 2 moving. Alpha, team 2 set, over.
Alpha's moving.
So what we just went through was successive. Now you switch it to alternating bounding. So this is alternating bounding right here.
Alpha set.
Copy, moving.
Move.
Team 2 moving.
Delta.
Alpha, team 2 set, over.
Alpha moving.
Just say team 2 set.
Okay, copy. Thanks, Dale.
Alpha set. Move.
Bounding.
Make sure you let him know you guys are moving.
That worked out. Alpha, team 2 set, over.
Alpha's moving.
Alright, now you guys are online, you're able to engage the contacts effectively. Alright, so you guys did notice the transition, or how the barriers are a little bit more further away? Correct? Yep, for the first half. So the first half was successive. Basically, you guys are bounding, and you basically are staying aligned with each other. Now, alternating is when you're bounding past the person, past that maneuvering element. If you get what I'm saying. So, like, as you've seen it earlier, when Team 2 was bounding, they bound past Alpha, or the main team. And then when Team 2 was set, Alpha bound past them. Now that's alternating. Originally, at the beginning, Team 2 bounded, and then Alpha bounded to the barrier right next to them. That was successive. Alright, any questions with successive and alternating bounding?
I got a question on
yes,
the
go ahead.
communication part. So
Yes.
I just say Alpha, or when I'm telling them to move, I just tell them move.
You just say we're set. When the other team or the other element hears that you're set, they already should know that it's time for them to move.
So I don't have to tell them to move.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them to move. It's their job to say copy, we're moving, or just say we're moving.
Copy.
So basically the way it goes is that you found your barrier, team leader will say, alright, team 2, you're going to be on this left side, and then me and my buddy will be on this side. And then you just say, team 2, go ahead and bound up to that coverage to the left, and then they bound up. And then when they say, alright, then they'll say, Alpha, we're set. And then you say, copy, we're moving. And then you let your buddy know you're moving, then you move. And then you're set. Alright, team 2, we're set. And then team 2 will say, Roger, we're moving. So basically like that. And then you gotta make sure your movements are quicker. That way, you can get to that contact quickly, engage them, and eliminate them, and then resume back to your normal movement. Did that answer your question?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Alright. Can I get you guys moving over here to the rest of the team? No, not you guys. No, you stay. Alpha and Gillen, move over here. No, stay online with your team on the other side of the rock wall. So basically, you just saw vertical movement, or should say vertical maneuver and movement. Now I'm going to go over some horizontal. So that vertical part was bounding horizontally, which was successful for alternating. Then we're going to go over some lateral movement, and that is known as peeling. Now you could peel left or right, depending on whatever you need to peel away from. Usually peeling would be meant for breaking contact or maneuvering around contacts that are friendly. So the way peeling goes is that once the order is given, so say Dunn realized that we need to break contact. So the most safest way to break contact is to go left. So he'll say, alright, Alpha, peel left. Once he hears that, since I'm the guy to the furthest right, I will hear that command and I'll say, Roger, peeling left, then I'll say last man to the guy that was my direct left. So since Mike Allen's my direct left, I will say last man. So I'm going to do this again. So like once again, Private Dunn said, alright, Alpha, peel left, break contact. And I'm not on you guys' squad net. I mean your team net, so just pretend I hear it.
Peel left.
Peeling, last man. And then I'm gonna move to the furthest way over here. I'm gonna move to the little bit, keep my spacing apart, but I'm moving to the other side of the left hand side. Now you don't have to say set, because what this movement is that you got to keep moving. This movement is swiftly, so there's no stopping. So when I say last man, this gives Mac Allen the order to now it's his turn to start moving. So you guys get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it with Corporal Dale real quick. This way, you guys will know. So when Dale hears me say last man, he's gonna start moving and peeling. So done said the order. I'm moving now. Peeling, last man.
Feeling left, last man.
Peeling left, last man.
Keep going.
Feeling left, last man.
All right. Hold here. All right, hold here. All right, let's go ahead and start this over again. The right way. So get yourself back on the rock wall. Not everyone gets the point. I'm assuming, correct? All right. Remember, when you're peeling, keep your spacing apart from each other. You don't want a 40 my mic landing between you guys and downing the whole team. So remember, spacing is very crucial whenever you're peeling and bounding. All right. So go ahead and initiate the order. Private done.
Alpha, peel left.
Peel left, last man.
Feeling left. Done, last man.
Peeling left. Last man.
Feeling left, last man.
Feeling left, last man.
You should immediately start moving once you hear last man, Mac Allen.
Peeling left, last man.
Feeling left. Done, last man.
Peeling left, last man.
Remember spacing. Make sure you guys live different apart from each other. I can't stop. That's too funny. This guy moves too slow. Yep, keep going.
Peeling left, last man.
Nice spacing, special decoy. There you go.
Feeling left. Done, last man.
Peeling left.
So you guys don't have any cover between in front of you, so make sure you got worry about that spacing.
Feeling left, last man.
Alright, hold it. Alright, go ahead and peel back to the flags. So peel right.
Alpha, peel right.
Feeling right, last man.
Alpha, you should know once you get to the flags, that's when you index. Alright, index, that's the last guy. Alpha. Alright, go ahead and rally on me. Let's go over some reports real quick. Ace reports, and then I'm gonna go over. So ace reports is basically you give me the condition of your men. Usually a platoon leader will get not order commander, but he'll get some traffic from his task force commander telling him that he needs a sit rep. So from that sit rep, the platoon leader will ask the squad leader for the ace report, and then squad leader asks the team leader for the ace report. So your job as team leader is to ask your men ace report. Now within the ace report is basically your ammo, your condition. Basically, what I mean by condition as in are you hurt? So you'll say yellow, red, or green based off of your medical wise. So red means that when you're hovering over your, so if you go ahead, so let me just do this the easier way. So if you do control windows, you go over your medical. That should tell you what your condition is. If it's white, you're green. If it's yellow, you're yellow. If it's red, you're red. And then black means you're unconscious, but someone else will say that you're unconscious. So you can't say you're unconscious if you're already unconscious. If you get what I mean. And then the last part is equipment. So whatever special equipment you carry in your billet. So if you're a rifleman, then your equipment will be your rocket. If you're a grenadier, your 40 mics would be your equipment. If you're the CLS, your medical, your bandages and your epinephrine and your morphine, that's your equipment. So that basically comprises in your ACE report. So when you're sending up the ACE report, you will say that either you'll signify your amount based off colors. Green means you're 100%. Yellow means you're 99% to 65%. And then red means you're 65% to 20%. Then black means 20% or less. You never want to call black when you're out of ammo. You want to call black when you have 1 or 2 mags left over. Or 1 mag left over, I should say. That way they could get some ammo for you, but you're still able to fight. You're still in fighting condition.
Hey, Sergeant, question?
Yes.
Do we use yellow or amber?
Yellow. We don't use amber.
Copy.
Just red, yellow, or green. and then black. Black means you're out. Like I said, don't use black unless you're maybe you say black before you're out of that. So you have one mag left and you're trying to give out for your ammo. You'll say black, green, green. Ignore that fire that you just heard. So once again, A support is basically your ammo, condition, and then equipment. Any questions with the A support?
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, usually it's always good to take initiative to call out your A support whenever you guys are away from contacts and taking any contacts and warning. You know, quick break, you'll say ask for A support. Keep yourself on your toes whenever you may need extra ammo for anything else like that. Alright, we'll move on to the next reports. These basically based off of your spotting on infantry. That is spot reports and contact reports. A spot report is whenever you spot an infantryman or a regular civilian or person that is does not pose a threat. So it could be an enemy with a rifle on his hand, but if he's not engaging you, he's a spot report. So say those red targets, if say that's an actual Russian right there with his rifle pointing towards the ground or if it's resting on his arms, I would say spot one infantryman or one rifleman bearing 350 distance 75 meters. So within your spot report or your contact report, you're going to give the 3 Ds: description, direction, and distance. So I'm going to say it again. Your 3 Ds are your description, direction, and distance. So once again, spot report is anything that you see. So you can say I spot one civilian bearing this distance, bearing this direction and this amount of distance away. The civilians can't pose threats soon enough or whatever. And then next is your contact reports. Contact reports is if something's engaging you. So you'll say contact squad size element bearing this bearing and then distance this distance. So you gotta get the difference between a contact report and a spot report.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Okay.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Alright, I want to go through ADRC reports, but it's comprises of a spot report and contact report. But with the ADRC reports, basically you're shouting to your team leader. But we go over that deeply in day 3. Alright, any questions with the ACE report, spot report, and contact report?
So I got one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When do you ask for these reports? Just when it happens, obviously.
Spot report, contact reports are given out whenever it happens, whenever you see something.
Copy. Okay,
yep.
Copy.
ACE report is usually you'll be asked for your ACE report by your higher echelon or by your leadership, but it's always good to take initiative and give your ACE report. That way you keep your team leader on his toes.
Yeah, usually ACE reports are given immediately after contact is either broken or eliminated.
Alright,
You
there we
just
go.
say ACE report.
Yep. Yeah, you call down for an ACE report, then your team will respond back, and then you send that up to your actual.
Yep, if I ask for ACE report, you just say, Roger, I'm green, green, green. Which means you're green on ammo, green on medical, and green on equipment. Alright. Does that complete everything? All the questions, correct?
Yes, Sergeant.
Alright, so I'm assuming McCoy and Dale, you're rolling with these two? Alright, awesome. Alright, Marcia, you're rolling these guys, correct? Well, let's just say, do you don't mind rolling with them? Gotcha, Marcia. Probably muted.
Help if I was off mute. Yes.
Alright, yep. Alright, Sergeant Marcia will be rolling with you guys. Your team will be completed with Corporal Dale and Specialist McCoy. And I guess Sergeant Marcia will go through the briefing with you guys within 5 minutes. Go ahead and look at the flag. Which flag would it be? We got the blue flag. And go ahead and teleport to Bounding Overwatch course. I'll meet y'all there.
Alright, gentlemen, this way.
Coy, I ever tell you this?
Michael Sal, thank you so much for the follow.
Your opinion, Corporal, I'm gonna give it to you.
Love that very much. I'm glad you followed my stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays, and I stream on off schedules, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll be streaming some random games like Siege or whatever. But thank you so much for the follow, and I hope you enjoy what you're seeing right now.
Your fucking objective is to get down to the end of the course. They got some flags.
No, it's not yes sir. We're not in the Marines. Marines would say yes sir, but in the Army they say yes sergeant. But this is
work together.
they'll say yes sergeant, not yes sir, because I'm not an officer.
Get down there safely. I'll be.
Gillen want me. Sorry, scratch that.
Running with y'all as
Gillen want me to take you up there with me.
Yeah, let us know when.
All right, go ahead and follow me. Yeah, Roger. No, I do not know who you are. Who are you? Michael Sloth, I'm assuming, or no?
What'd you get me into?
Alright, Gillen, or I guess I'm driving then.
Yeah.
That could be a lazy driver, I'm a lazy sergeant. But yet, rare occasions you see me yelling at the privates or the recruits. Because, yeah, I knew it was Michael Sloth, because they don't know better. But, if you want to see someone yelling at them, and, them yelling at them very, in a hilarious way, watch the first sergeant doing it. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow though, Michael Sloth. Yes, we need to play at war. I don't know if I should stream it, because then y'all will be stream sniping me though. But right now we're going over a live fire bounding course. They're basically it's basically their review. So they get to do everything that they learned in day 1, which was on last Tuesday that just came by. Everything they learned today, they're gonna combine all that in this live fire course. And this basically is gonna be a mini course, or I should say a mini course of what they're gonna experience in their live fire FTX. So basically right now, the guys who are helping right now, Private Gillen, Special Stratman, Corporal Tell, Private Booker, they get to basically engage their privates. What I mean by engaging, like shooting at them with small and medium arms. Well, there are some heavy arms as well.
Ah, welcome.
And basically engage them in that sort of way.
Comrades. Yeah.
So basically, so these privates can actually go through life fire, but they're not being engaged by any OPFOR.
Dylan, what do you need?
Probably need
It's with you guys.
arsenal.
Oh, it's over here. It's right there.
Private Booker.
Here I'm pointing.
Like you're gonna kill somebody.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna. Unless
Like
they fuck up, then I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck them up, Smith, if they fuck up.
How much?
A lot. Mass cast.
I wish we could add triggers on here.
What?
I wish we could add triggers.
Oh yeah. Where it sets up like mines and stuff?
No, I want triggers where so the mortars could launch themselves.
Ah, there's a. I'll look into that. I'll help out S4. I'll look into that.
That way, I can just put some mortar teams down there, which is already over there, and then they just launch mortars themselves whenever they're moving.
Well, yeah, we're set up. We're ready to go.
All right.
Except for Gillen.
Sergeant Marjada, this is Sergeant Smith. OPFOR is ready, so when you're ready, just let us know, and then we'll call it range as hot. So right now what's happening before they start moving is that basically going through a briefing. So they have to do their pre-combat checks again. He's basically gonna tell them about what high man and low man is, screening, how they should efficiently screen the smoke. Can you join a MILSIM? You have to be 18 years old. Because they're a realism unit. I don't know how you are, Michael. Are you 18 or 19? I don't know. But since it's a realism unit, they make the ages exactly how it is in actual U.S. Army. So to be enlisted in the military in the U.S. Army, you have to be 18. So, and unfortunately, we don't have a cadet corps for people who are under
Rules.
18.
I like it. Yep. Practicing the basics. Actually, I'm trying to get this damn tree out of my way.
Especially on a fire team level, it'll just be the,
Puts me on top, seriously.
I'm
Here,
going back.
cut the grass.
Going back on the cord.
Op 4, tree 1, blue 4 over. Let it drop 4. You cocksuckers ready? Over. Yep, we're ready. We're ready. Copy, Rangers hut. Good hunting.
Time for me to put some mortar targets on here.
They're just behind the middle one. Oh. Wow.
Well, as you can see, since there weren't any smoke being tossed, what happened is that this guy got downed in the middle of the field. That's what we tell them to do. Excuse me, effective screening to be able to conceal their movements. What shall you do? All thing you can do is just, I guess, wait for a while. Something I can tell you right now. But when do you turn 18?
The fuck's my Zeus cannon?
Should still be there. As you see, they're all bunched up under one barrier when they should have been split it up to another barrier. Don't know why they did that.
Okay. That's kind of bullshit.
What's wrong?
Yeah, they're all, I thought they're supposed to be going on opposite sides.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. That's what Tim and I said. I said I don't know why the reason why. Sorry, I just realized you guys couldn't hear me. Same thing I said. I don't know why there's all under the same barrier.
Whoops.
If y'all want to, the same thing I said. I don't know why they're on the same barrier. If y'all want to, y'all could call out an artillery fire on that barrier they're under to make a move. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, affirm.
Yep, just call in the grid coordinates or some pointer or whatever over op 4 nets, and then Margiela can hear and make a move. Opposite barriers.
Make a move to opposite barriers?
Wait, they're all clumped up, so
Okay.
if you want to, if you could get an accurate bearing or grid coordinates where they're at, could put a shell close to them that won't injure them, but at least make them split up to different barriers. Yeah, what's up?
Shouldn't they be splitting up?
Yeah, they're supposed to be splitting up, yes.
Grid reference 242205.
Stand by on that. Alright, say grid coordinates again.
240. Oh, wait, sorry, 242205.
Which quadrant?
Fuck, I don't care, just hit the whole thing.
Keep at 1.
Key 1, yeah.
That's further away from them. But alright. And they got some guys down, so you guys might want to slow it down a little bit. Alright, send me grid coordinates. Send me grid one more time for me. One more time.
242. 242205.
Let's hope this doesn't kill him. I hope this doesn't kill him.
Okay.
Lucky ass.
Someone just shoot my mortarman.
I believe some of them shift sides, yeah.
Someone just shot my mortarman. Whoa, those grids are too far away from them.
Whoops. Walk it in then. U42206.
I'm about to launch a 40 mic already.
Actual, this is 2IC Alpha
Wait, where are they at?
You might want to slow it down. Off or slow it down because you got their actual down.
Okay, where are they at though?
Can't tell you.
You can tell me, Smith.
Actual, this is Alpha. Over.
Alpha, if your actual's not responding, you might want to check on him. Alpha, do you copy? Over. Gonna have to heal him because.
This seems like you're having a good time up here.
Actual, this is Alpha. Over.
Trying to make it to where they're under simulation constantly.
Well, the thing is, they're not listening. Like, they've contacted Margiela like 5 times. Margiela didn't respond. Because Margiela is down, and these guys don't even understand. Hold up on that autocannon real quick.
Denver. I wasn't shooting at him, just around him.
Well, actually, the person running across the field is their Mike, and they got a guy down for a while, so you might want to slow it off on that.
Oh yeah, I'm off it. I'm off it.
The bullets are a lot darker on infrared than mine are.
Mine are tracers.
Alright, you're gonna have to give me 10-digit grid. Sorry, no, 8-digit grid actually, not 6-digit grid if you can.
U42206.
8-digit, not 6.
U4206. Oh, wait, hold on. U422608.
Oh no, that's right on them. Oh, I should have checked before I even launched those shells. Oh, they got lucky. Alright, you guys just down the 2 guys behind the dunes. Guys wanna you might wanna slow it down a little bit on them. We only got 6 minutes left, so you might wanna
Sounds good.
make it a little light.
I'm just aiming around them. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't fired at them hardly at all. I'm just showing the value of how, when there's smoke, there's no rounds coming in.
Yeah, their smokes aren't really effective. They're not at the right spot. They're not checking their wind speed and direction.
The wind's actually working in their favor too, which is the sad part. Are they gonna go get their buddies that are down?
Do not know.
Or is this guy still gonna peek me from the same corner every time? Looks like they're trying to make a smoke line to get over to the dunes. I'm gonna get on that, what is this, Zeus autocannon or whatever, but I'm just gonna shoot in the air. I'm not even gonna shoot at the ground.
Yeah, Overwatch should be on left side now. Here come the 40 mics, so watch out.
Three, two, one.
on 100.1.
I wish that worked. This IDF is damaging them too easily. I'm gonna have to lay low on it.
Not liking what I'm doing.
Actual, this is Alpha. Over. Alpha, over. Hey, Mike, you working on Alpha 1 at Dell's position? Can you move on Dell's position? Alpha's down, over. Thank you. Actual, this is McCown taking over Alpha until Dunn's back up. Out.
Oh man, okay. I'm gonna go get ammo. I'm shooting the wall, dude. How are they getting hit? Oh, let them learn, Dale.
Actual, this is Alpha. Advise, we're gonna use red smoke as cover. Out.
Just peppering the wall in front of them.
Discord, red smoke.
Actual, this is Alpha. Copy that.
It's regarding red smoke.
Strutman.
Yep.
Make sure you bring that up.
Bring it up. Remember to bring it up.
About tampering with their learning.
Oh yeah, about letting them.
Yeah.
Letting him know.
Mhm.
Yeah, let him learn. Pepper the wall, guys.
Actual, this is McCown taking over Alpha until Dunn's back up. Out.
Guys, he's shooting at a person that's already down.
Oh, we're shooting somebody that's down. You just put a mortar on them.
No, I didn't. It was behind him.
Oh, okay.
they hit them?
Recommend you stop dropping mortars right on top of them.
Check net, check net.
That mortar was not on top of them. It was on the rocks, which they just left. I see where the mortars are hitting. Yep, none of my mortars dropped right on top of them. And Dale got down in the by slope because y'all sprayed that smoke.
NX.
Tell them to stop firing. I don't know what they're firing for.
If you guys want to come hop in the car.
Actual, this is Alpha. Out.
Assuming that's it. Stop shooting at him.
Yeah.
Actual, we are at the flags.
I'll go get my loadout too. Grab my loadout.
Actual, this is Alpha.
Should we just stay as this or put on our 506?
Yeah, I put on 506.
Actual, this is Alpha. We are at the flags. Over. Copy.
Until her you are, say so.
Being a big dick.
No, what it is, honestly, for me, is communication. It's horrible. It's a negative 50 on the meter. It's horrible. Just the call outs on my part, I just got a lot to fucking work. I ain't gonna lie.
Who's the medic?
I was. What's up?
Oh, nothing, man. No, you're awesome. I just don't see a name above your character.
Oh yeah, we're having problems. I don't know what the fuck's going on. My evil twin's running around somewheres.
I never knew a medic to use a fucking DMR.
I had to start fucking evening that shit up.
Hey, all things considered, man.
Condition for your rifle and sling it. Sling your rifle. Condition for it.
All right. Yep. Probably done. McAllen, just hang there.
Is everyone needing medical or no? Or are y'all good?
I already did that.
All right. All right. So how about you guys think you did?
Can I speak? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I did fucking horrible, to be honest with you. I don't. The communication part, it was at an all-time low. Like, understand, but team leader, I don't think it's no bueno for my part.
Okay.
I mean,
McAllen?
I like it. It's just I got to get used to just the communication. I think the communication obviously is key, and I just don't have it yet.
Okay. Private McAllen.
Yeah, for me, Sergeant, it was just trying to be in charge of one other person. McCoy, it was difficult, and then when Dunn went down a couple times, trying to figure out where he was. I think once we got about halfway here, I didn't even know where Dale and Dunn were most of the time, much less just keep myself and McCoy on the left side of the field, and then using the alternating bounding when we could, popping smoke, having to switch over to green and blue and request permission. One of the toughest things for me was establishing on the radio who I was when the team lead was down. That was a challenge because obviously, like Don said, communication was tough, especially when you're in a live fire trying to figure out what tactic is best to use, and then not just trying to figure out what tactic is best to use, but then how to communicate that to the rest of your team.
All right, awesome. All right, this part we're about to go over is after action review, and it's here basically to help you, not criticize you, and basically just putting you on the path of being a perfect soldier and getting you ready for day 4. So we're gonna start up from the top of the list, Sergeant Margetta, since you're a squad leader, and medic as well.
All right, so pretty much what you said is what I have. Communication is always key for anything. Situational awareness. I know you said you were having a hard time even keeping track of the other buddy team that's in your fire team. Use your micro dagger, but don't use it all. Don't rely on it as a crutch. Hone your skills, your situational awareness first. But that micro dagger is there. It's a tool. Use it to your advantage. I know it's pretty stressful. It was actually a little bit more stressful than normal, but that's all right. You need to work on communication. 2IC needs to step up in timely manner. Even though I was listening on TeamNet, I wouldn't respond until Alpha called me to come take care of a downed soldier. So, if you know he's down, you need to call that shit up as soon as possible. Because who knows how long he's been down for, how many, wounds he has. Because all that plays a factor in his bleed out. So definitely stepping up communication. Don't rule out team lead. Done. This is meant to be stressful. We're not here to make it to where you don't want to be in that position. Be honest, fucking team leading and squad leading is fucking fun as hell. Once you get a taste of it, you will love it. So just don't already cancel that out. You called up the red smoke. I didn't hear the blue smoke.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, you called it up. I at least told them to disregard the red smoke, but it's just small things like that. You can't let the gunfire overwhelm you. It's happening. You can't control it to a point. It's coming in. If it's not hitting you, you're fine. You're behind cover. Do what you need to do. Make sure you guys are doing what they need to do. Get to that finish line. Kick some ass. So, that's about all I have at this moment.
Thank you, Sergeant. All right, since we have short on time, let's go ahead and go through the guys with them. So, Corporal Dell, you have anything?
Thanks, Sergeant. There was a couple times I did see you guys running where you guys kind of missed cover a little bit with your concealment with your smoke, but by far and large, a lot of the time I was not seeing you guys because you had concealment up, so that was kudos to you.
Corporal Dale, you sound different.
Yes, Corporal Tell.
I thought he said Corporal Tell. My apologies.
No, he did.
I thought he said Dale.
Did?
My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, finish what you're saying, Corporal Tell.
Copy that. Other than that, though, yeah, you guys did good. I didn't see a whole lot. Just so you guys know, we were throwing a lot of lead your direction I personally fired almost 3,000 rounds at you just with my personal weapons, so you guys had a lot of stuff coming at you, so it was pretty stressful for you. But the one thing to remember is if it ever gets to the point where you're just like, oh shit, what do I do? And you're starting to get to that point with panic mode, stop, take a breath, then proceed. That is one trick that you can do. As a team lead myself, I can tell you that is one thing sometimes you'll have to do, and then that will help keep you from making bad decisions. But overall, good job.
Thank you, Corporal Dale.
Thank you, Sergeant.
You're welcome.
I think, it's reasonable to be scared of the communications, and understanding that you kind of mess those up is good, but while we're training you to be leaders, we don't expect you to fucking nail it right out of the bat. We do expect you to be able to be a rifleman, though, so you need to be in control of your own elements. So smoke that's just not fucking covering your path, doing nothing for you, not having an idea of where your fire team is and where you are in relation to them. That's the stuff you need to focus on, the basics. Communication's gonna be difficult, but you'll get that in time. So just focus on the simple stuff and fucking calm down.
Alright, thank you, Corporal Dale. Specialist McCoy.
Yeah, thanks, Sergeant. Just want to note a couple things here. So, as a light infantry unit, the two things that allow us to succeed in our mission is violence of action and controlling the tempo of the combat situation. As soon as we entered this course, we kind of entered pretty nonchalant, gave away our position, lost tempo, and we let the enemy dictate the fight. Can anyone wager a guess at how far this the flagpoles are from the entrance to this range? Anybody? Even the guys behind. Anybody know?
Oh, I know what it is.
Probably 600, 700 meters.
Less than that. It's 400 meters from the first HESCO to this point. You know how long it took us to get here?
30 minutes, 40 minutes?
Almost an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Took it, well, either way, it took us way too fucking long. So just remember that in the future, in a combat situation operation, and this kind of movement's going to be happening in less than 5 minutes. Like a whole squad is going to traverse this amount of space in that amount of time. So keep that in mind. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Copy that.
Thank you, Specialist. Specialist Stratman.
You guys did a nice job, like everybody else said, with the covering, with the smoke. One thing I noticed was there was a couple of times, if you guys are gonna peek the enemy, if you're gonna keep trying to kill the enemy, don't peek from the same spot over and over and over and over and again. Because once I see you, or once the enemy sees you in that one spot, that's what they're gonna be focused on. If you're gonna keep peeking that, then you're gonna get shot. So choose a new angle, choose something else. You guys can walk back and shoot above these barriers and whatnot. Just make sure you keep changing up where you're peeking from. But that's all. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you, Specialist. Private Booker.
Only thing I can really add, and take this with a grain of salt, because like everyone's been saying, we were pushing a lot of lead at you guys. But just try and work on keeping your enemies suppressed. There were a good number of times where I would just sit in one spot for a good while without having to move at all. So just kind of throw some pressure back as best as you can. And that's it for me. Sorry.
Thank you, Private Booker. Private Gillen.
Let's see what the one guy I saw.
Can't hear him.
You speak up, Private.
Big boy voice.
Sorry. The one guy I saw right at the smoke, I lost track of him, so that was good. And one of you hit me right in the head. Knocked me out for a few minutes.
You're
so
welcome.
That was a good shot. So that's all.
Alright, thank you, Private Gillen. Alright, quick notes from my perspective. Movement was slow. I wasn't able to hear you guys through your TeamNet comms, but I heard little things from your squad net, letting your squad leader know that you're moving. But what else I want to go over? Spacing. At the beginning, you guys were too close to each other. Nobody was picking different barriers. You guys were clumped up, tempting me to put a mortar round right behind you guys and see how many you would go down. So remember, like I said before, whenever you're moving, you got to keep that spacing spread apart because if 40 mic gets in between you guys or behind you, it can knock out all of you. But if you're spaced apart, it can only knock out maybe one or two of you. Great job on calling out smoke. However, you guys take forever to move when that smoke is plumed. You guys wait for a long time, even though the smoke's already up there. And by the time you walk across the field, the smoke starts going away, and then you're basically revealing yourself running across an open field. Remember, always keep yourself checking on your battle buddy. Always telling him, are you okay? Are you good? Because there's been quite a few times where both, I'm not gonna name any names, but two guys go down, and it's because stupid stuff. Either they're peeking over and over again, and I'll intentionally, like one or two times, heal that guy up, the private up, to see if he realizes that his buddy is down, and it takes him forever to realize his buddy's down. He gets back up, gets healed by me, and then goes back to the same cover he'd been shooting from, shoots over there again, and gets downed again. So, like what Sasha Startman said, please, when you peek it from the same angle, don't peek there again. Engage from a different angle. And then always check on your body buddy and see if he's down because someone could have bled out. Alright, any questions or comments from anybody else?
I got a question.
Yes.
When do you get to train like this? I mean,
go on yelling, please.
Say that again? Oh, yelling?
Yeah, go on yelling.
Are there options where you can do this again, training, or do you do that on day 4? Or, you know what I mean? Like this weekend, is there anything?
Well, the thing is, I would tell you to fill in for squad trainings, but there aren't any squad trainings, so, that's what I usually have people do. So there's not really quite a few things you could do till day 4, but what you can do is hop into Liberation Server to patrol ops, and then you could experience shooting at things and being within more than 2 people you have right now. Anybody else want Sergeant Marshall anything to add to that?
It's gonna come with practice, training. Once you get billeted, get in with your squad, you're gonna fucking gel. You're gonna learn everybody, you know. So don't push yourself so much as of right now. It's good that you want to learn, that you want to better yourself, but don't burn yourself out so quick. I mean, this is only day 2 of OSUT. You still have day 3 and 4. So just take what happened today, learn from it, and if you have any questions, come talk to me or Sergeant Smith, or I'm sure anybody will gladly answer questions that you might have. That's one thing we never went over. If they don't, let me know.
Copy.
Alright, thank you.
So, yep, just take it in stride for right now. You're not gonna learn everything in fucking 4 days, so. But it's good that you want to better yourself.
How much damage you guys leave off with?
Just dock, fucking recruit.
You guys, how much ammo you guys got left? 1, 2 mags?
Yeah, I got about 2.5 mags left.
6 magazines, 1 belt.
I'm talking to Private Dunn and Private McAllen. Let's see how much rounds they have left over.
I got half a mag.
Okay.
And then hardly none.
Okay, what Private McCoy, I'm sorry, Special McCoy said before, this course was only 400 meters long, and it only took about 40 minutes. So, in a real operation, it lasts about 2 to 3 hours long, and you're going across maybe 6 or 7 kilometers to the objective. So, I remember about ammo conservation whenever you need your AR to lay down specifier. So, remember about that. Save your ammo as much as you can. 6 guys doing sustained fire can shoot out 6 rounds, and you shooting out 6 rounds by yourself. Yes, Private Dunn.
So this is the loadout that we would be carrying on operations?
No, for day 4. After day 4, there's a set loadout that you need to have that's required by your platoon, or depending on which section you join.
The amount of ammo you're carrying is pretty much the same, though.
Okay, gotcha. That's okay.
Yep. Corporal Tell?
Thanks, Sergeant. Hey, one other thing I was going to tell you guys too, as far as like you were talking about wanting to improve, fully agree with, couldn't catch you said it was the same as far as don't beat yourself up. But the other thing I was to say on, in addition to Liberation Server, also if you ever see me in a channel with a bunch of folks, I have my own channel down in 2-3 Bravo. Feel free to go ahead and pop down in there. There's a decent chance we might be running a fun op. And with the way I tend to run them, we actually run them legit as far as tactics go. So that would be another option for you guys to do it. So feel free to pop in there anytime you see that happening.
Roger that.
Thank you, Corporal. All right, so this concludes day 2. If you guys do plan on taking day 3, should I say this? If you guys want to expedite your process through the pipeline, you can take day 3 and day 4 with Class Alpha, which is this Saturday and this Sunday. That way, you could be able to graduate on Sunday, and then you could report into your battalion and figure out which task force you want to be part of, or whatever you want your MOS to be. However, if you don't want to, we'll see you next Tuesday, next Thursday. Again, same time, same place. Before we close, yes, Private done?
Just to be clear, you know, if we do it Thursday, or was it this Saturday? You said Saturday and Sunday?
Yep, at 1300 Eastern.
What if you want to do like another day 3 again? I mean, you would just have to wait to next cycle to learn it all again. You know what I mean? Like.
So if you want to do day 3 on Saturday, and then I'm trying to figure out what you mean day 3. This is day 2 right now.
Day 2. I'm just.
Sorry, I think he's asking if he wants to repeat a day that they've already done, if they can do it.
Okay. You can't go through the whole. Well, this is what you can't do. After you graduate, what you can do is listen in for day 2. That way you can go through all of it, and then you can fill in and assist in private, like what Special McCoy and Private Corporal Dale did. They did the exact same thing. Yeah. That way you could go through it again if you want.
Copy that.
That answer your question, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay. So yeah, day 3. If you guys will be here on day 3, we'll be going over some vehicle PID, CQB, and all the other stuff since we're able to go through that today. So with all hearts and mind clear, class attention, class dismissed.
Thank y'all.
And enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.
I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. We'll hear
Since we won't see you until next Tuesday, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
No, you need to call up work or something.
Hey, yeah.
Hey,
McKellen, done. Like I said, definitely feel free to pop in for the fun ops if we got one going on.
Oh, I definitely will, because I need to get this communication and all that stuff down. For sure.
We'll throw you right into a team lead spot then.
Alright, negative on that one.
That's how you learn.
You might not have a choice.
Chose to me.
That's right, you're welcome, volunteer.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, that's what they did to me when I was a PD1 on a fun op. They're like, oh, you're the lowest rank here, you're the team lead, good luck.
Oh, that's...
Hey, real quick while y'all are here, how do you change the voice or like whisper loud?
Left.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you're still there, I will be streaming again this Saturday and Sunday that's coming up, and I may be streaming again on Friday as well for some random games if I may find something fun to do. But till then, thank you so much guys for watching.